FSEX, the free speech experiment.
This is the second edition of FSEX. Same place. In November we started. And just to repeat what the format is, Sumit and I have been talking for a couple of years and we have come to understand that the conversations go really interesting. So we decided that we'll take them to everyone, and why not have that kind of conversation with many more people, right? And as we kept discovering that people have actually stopped having conversations because either it's a debate or a fight or like blocking people. So, you know, and then you don't even talk to them in like some aisle. कहीं मिल गया अरे यार फेसबुक पे कैसे बात करेंगे इसके साथ. तो वो हालत से निकलने के लिए a free exchange. Freedom of speech is useless when you don't have a free exchange, right? Everybody gets in. People say democracy is messy. I like mess. Messi is better. He was a good player also. But so this is where we come and we find topics that we have not rehearsed. So, you know, taking off from the improv way of doing things where you don't know क्या comedy बनने वाली है, क्या topics लोग दिखे, वहीं पर से उठा के बनाना है कुछ. तो वैसे ही we come to the audience and we pick a couple of topics and we start with one. Then we have had our fill with it. कि कितना कोई fixed time नहीं है. अगर हम 15 मिनट में बोर हो गए तो हम नेक्स्ट टॉपिक में चले जाएंगे. तो ऑडियंस से ही पता चल जाएगा हमें. सो ओपनली वील डिस्कस. दैट इज द फॉर्मेट. वी आर जस्ट सिटिंग हियर एज कैटलिस्ट. वी आर नॉट नेसेसरली डूइंग एन इंटरव्यू ऑफ ईच अदर और हमारे व्यूज का doesn't you don't have to take it as seriously as like, you know, somebody is really giving some gyan on something. You might find something to learn, you might hate it, but you are free to say that, right?
Yeah, very much, absolutely. I think I don't know. I became part of this. मैं इस मुहिम से तब जुड़ा क्योंकि you know हम बचपन में हम दोस्त जब साथ में आते थे और बात करते थे तो there was no purpose of reaching a culmination कि हम इस conversation के end में I will convince you or you will convince me or we'll agree or we will agree to disagree जो आजकल नया वो एक format है. तो you know चर्चा में हम बात करते करते topics shift करते रहते थे. We would keep moving. You would start something, you would exchange ideas and you would realize, okay, I have got as much as I could have got from you and I have expressed whatever I had to, and now we can move on to something else. And it was an experiment in communication and in learning both. And I think that's how conversations, according to me, should be.
And basically, you should have fun.
Yeah.
Everyone knows when they are having fun. When you are not having fun, you know that you are not having fun. You know, even if social media mein people are writing these long posts and explaining why you actually should have had fun there. You know, so which is happening very regularly now. You know. You see a long post about a film and why that film was so great, and you watch 5 minutes of it and like, I don't think so. Like, क्या हुआ यहाँ पर? Oh, someone paid for it. So that experience से निकलने के लिए, you know, nobody is getting paid anything to be here, and you can say whatever you want.
So what we are hoping is that from the audience we are kind of put together maybe 3-4.
So 3 topics.
We
actually tried 5 topics in our rehearsals, in trials that we had. And the 5 ones really go very long. It is very crazy where just 2 people and some people in front sit and talk, and it's faster than, you know, sometimes it's 1.5 hour movie. 3 hours you're sitting there and it goes rocket fast without an interval, which is insane. But yeah, you don't want to push it to 5 hours. So 5 topics is too much. So 3 topics for today. So let's start. Yeah, anyone who wants to go first, suggesting a topic? You don't have to take it from there. You can just.
Yeah, is there something?
Last time moon landing. I don't know where it came from. Moon landing is fake or not. I don't know where and it got voted up, right? Nobody referred to the newspaper. There was no moon landing there, man. So whatever topic.
Same. India's got latent.
The same means what? What do you mean same?
Same means it's not.
Like last time we didn't discuss that.
No, but it's not the free speech only thing, na? That they have been booked.
How many people want to discuss that?
What is this? Which one?
India's got latent, whatever.
Acha.
Every time they say that, I keep thinking India's got latex. And it's like.
Had India got latex, we would not have gone to population number 1.
Yeah.
We have no
That
latex.
is true.
We have latex, but we do not know where to wear it.
But you do know that USAID paid 50 million, they sent 50 million condoms. They didn't, I don't know why they didn't send it to India. They sent it to Gaza, I don't know where they sent it. Mozambique. Yeah, they sent it to Mozambique. What a waste. You should send it here, man. We need them, right? Anyway, so So who else is upvoting that? Is anyone else wanting to discuss that? The whole controversy about some remarks and FIRs and stuff. Anybody else interested in that?
Yeah, I'm interested in what are they blocking? I'm interested in the things that are happening because this story is everywhere.
Okay. Okay. So that's a corollary of that.
Hanji.
So that topic. Anybody else
Any
has
other
an objection to that, or should we adopt that as one of our topics? Yes. Say yes. No. Come on. Yes. Good topic. हाँ.
ऐसा नहीं हो कि ये टॉपिक के बाद क्लाउड योगर्ट्स बैंड है
No. I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you why.
while discussing the
Yeah,
topic.
I'll tell you why exactly that's not going to happen. I have a very clear opinion on that. And we have had some experience doing some really crazy shit and we didn't get banned. And that the reason we didn't get banned, the same reason we will not get banned now also. Even when we discuss this. So anyway, so that's one topic.
Any
Topic
other
2, anyone
topic
else?
that you all feel
Come on. There are a lot of
current,
crazy people I see in
old,
this.
Future.
Divya has got a topic. What topic?
Deepseek.
Huh?
Deepseek, sir. Chat, GPT and Deepseek.
Deepseek.
Yeah,
Okay.
rival.
Who else wants to second that? Anybody supporting Deepseek? Discussion on Deepseek? Deepseek 1, Deepseek 2, Deepseek 3. Okay, dipshits, you got it.
You'll have to enlighten me on this topic, but so that,
Sure,
so that
mean,
I can
AI,
have an
man,
opinion. Okay.
basically. It'll gravitate to AI.
Okay.
We are not, none of us are,
All right.
nobody is, I mean, if the Americans also knew what DeepSeek was, they would have made it. So none of us is an expert in that. Probably Comrade Mao is the only one who knows what's going on in that. So that's 2 topics. Third one, anyone else? Any topic?
एक न्यूज़ है अंबानी फैमिली ने गंगा की
हाँ.
अभी क्यों लगाई पाप धोने के लिए या गंगा जी से कुछ मांगने के लिए या गंगा जी को देने के लिए क्या
Okay. So basically, but then it will actually, I mean, otherwise it will last 2 minutes, 3 minutes. To discuss this whole thing, कुंभ का टॉपिक आ जाएगा. कुंभ का टॉपिक आ जाएगा, which is an interesting topic because 144 साल तक फिर चांस नहीं है. तो might as well do it. So okay, so we got at number 1 is latex, latent, and then I mean, how momentary is that, and how long arc is Kumbh? We are like, we got a crazy bunch, and we got a Deepseek in between. Okay.
Okay.
So we start with the first one, which is
Do you, in case you want to just keep like an extra topic in case we rush through any of these things?
yeah. You can do. Yes, totally. You can even insert it. You can say that boss, बहुत हो गए इस topic पे आगे बढ़ो यार, है ना? We want to hear that.
चर्चा करते करते अगर आपको लगता है इस चीज के बारे में भी बात
In a blue-eyed girl that has been talked about more. Mamta Kulkarni is covered. I have gone myself in the Kumbh.
Perfect.
But it's such a.
So you'll have lots to say when we get to the Kumbh topic. So let's start with the first one, which is
India's got latent.
yeah, it's got latent. And okay, so somebody wants to really say what exactly is the controversy about. I know that people are being hauled up, and there are FIRs in like every state, maybe every district, So maybe every mohalla, every police station there is an FIR. If, you know how difficult it is to get an FIR registered in India? How much effort has gone into this, man? I mean, like, I have tried getting FIRs registered, I'm telling you. I have lied to them, I have begged them, I have done everything. The FIR was never registered. I am now 53 years old almost, never been able to register an FIR. Okay? I mean, sorry, I'm ashamed of myself, but I have not been able to do it. I tried hard, but I didn't get there. So this has been done, but there are thousands of FIRs on this guy, at least hundreds. So, I mean, that's an achievement in itself.
Seriously.
Getting an FIR
Badge
registered.
of honor.
Huh?
That's a badge of honor.
No, badge of honor is when you are actually jailed without bail, which is every second person in India, right? Because if you go to jail, you will be without bail. Bail is not coming, right? Unless you are pally with the, you know who you have to be pally with, right? Who?
Why should I name them?
Oh, you're afraid, huh, now? Where is your free speech, buddy? Huh?
Don't know where I left it.
When you were tearing all those things, what were you tearing today? You said you off
Yeah, I
screen.
tore the poster, of course. And
You tore the poster of Rajiv Malhotra, and you are very proud of that. But now you're not showing so much courage. Rajiv Malhotra is like a low bag to punch. Huh? Yeah, right. I thought so. So anyway, so what do you have to say about this?
So I actually didn't end up not seen the clip as such. I have seen like snippets of it circulating on the social media, and so if I was to give you my how I felt after seeing it, I personally, on a personal level, I thought it was very crass joke. It was a very, very unnecessary, sad humor, really sad humor. But having said that, if I was to connect it with what we are doing here today, which is being able to converse and being able to converse without being censored. You know, that no topic is taboo, and I can say whatever I need to if I feel that's what I want to do. To that extent, I think that people are trying to suffocate them to kind of close their mouth. That is not the right thing to do.
Of course not.
So for me, that is unacceptable.
It is.
They have a right to even say that crass stuff, but I don't like.
The biggest problem with free speech is that we are forced to defend other people's free speech. You know, it comes with the territory, right? Every day some asshole will go on talking shit and you'll have to defend it. And where you do it, of course, in the hope that one day you will be one of those assholes. Right? And then people will turn up. Otherwise it will be that same old thing, right? They came for me and there was nobody. So, which is what I think a lot of people don't get it, that why you have to do it. Because you won't be left with any speech after a while if you don't defend that asshole. The assholes need to be defended first. You know?
I have to say something. So, people in India generally pick and choose who they want to hit and who they want to miss. Because last time when Mulayam Singh Yadav said, "हमारे लड़के हैं, गलती हो जाती है, rape हो जाता है," then he was made Mukhyamantri again. But this guy is being
not only
bombarded with
hasn't he got a Bharat
and
Ratna or
other
something?
things.
So that's Chaudhary Charan.
That's Chaudhary Charan Singh, not Mulayam.
No. Hasn't he been given some Padma Vibhushan or some very big award has been given to him by this government, which is supposed to be against him? So
That's Ranveer Allahbadia has a national award for like disruptor of the year or something.
right, he has disrupted.
Yeah, from IBHIGYAN.
He has disrupted everything. He has disrupted the work of multiple police stations, who are all busy arresting him now.
This has come like a shock when we heard first that roast show where big celebs were talking very, very crass, very, very...
Correct.
You know, that was the shocker.
So same guy is involved with him. Do you know that he's the same person who is involved in this?
Ignited the whole thing.
He's a big supporter of Samay, Raina. So the same, one of the people who are involved in the first one, he's the same guy is involved in this one. So that's where I would be interested. You know, my question about whenever I see something like this happen, or anything for that matter that happens, my question is that old mafia question. Who benefits? Who benefits? I know we all lose as free speech people, we lose. Every time there is an FIR filed on free speech, our territory becomes smaller. But who's the guy benefiting? Who's going to benefit out of it? Anybody? Any takers?
Yeah, and there is one.
Who's going to benefit? No, who's going to benefit?
The establishment is getting
The
benefited.
establishment because they're distracting from
No,
major stuff that's happening.
no, nobody who had heard, millions of people did not know who Samay, Raina and Allahbadia are. They all know him. This is branding, dude. Every time there's a controversy, you know the reason we did not have controversy? We said the sitting UPA chairperson, we took her to cleaners every day. We gave her galis. We did everything. Nobody filed a PIL. No chamcha came to disrupt our shoot. Nobody said anything. Cabinet ministers को हमने sodomize करते हुए दिखा दिया स्क्रीन पे और फिर भी कोई नहीं आया. ठीक है ना? तो ये देश में thin skin मैं नहीं मानता हूँ. ये देश में आपको पैसे देने पड़ते हैं कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट करने के लिए. ठीक है ना? आपको चाहिए नारी शक्ति दिखानी है रिग्रेसिव शो बोल के, तो आपको खुद देना है पैसा, वो आएगा मोर्चा निकालेगा. मोर्चा निकालने कोई नहीं इंडियन जाता है. एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का मीटिंग अटेंड करने के लिए कोई नहीं जाता है अनलेस यू पे देम, राइट? देयर इज नोबडी हु कैन पुल पीपल. इट्स नॉट वो विराट कोहली को देखने 10,000 लोग आ जाएंगे प्रैक्टिस करते हुए भी, पर पॉलिटिशियन को सुनने ये सब मैटर में हाथ डालने कोई नहीं आएगा, पैसे देने पड़ते हैं. सो देयर इज अ मैसिव अमाउंट ऑफ मनी बीइंग स्पेंट इन मेकिंग दीज टू गाइज फेमस. दैट इज व्हाट इज गोइंग ऑन एंड द पॉलिटिशियंस आर गंगा में धो रहे हैं, कुंभ में पहुंच जाएंगे मुझसे. They are washing this. Free speech nobody cares for. Either party does not care about free speech.
Act करने वाले लोग हैं, they are the main benefiters. You see, you say something which is catching the ear and it settles inside as wisdom or something great, but people can find ways to pinpoint कि जो उस पे act कर रहे हैं, जो free speech पे कभी-कभी क्या होता है, positive free speech होती है, rebel वाली speech भी free होती है. All the rebels have been very free in their lives, and they could not stop them to do things, say things, and act in a manner. But the people who kind of took their speech and converted their selfish motives into actions benefited the most out of it.
I don't blame anybody for their selfish motive. देखो selfish motive क्या होता है? I mean, I'm a communicator. For example, take these two guys. I am not saying it as a criticism. I'm just saying understand what is at play. So I'm not saying it as a criticism. They have a right to do that. See, you have what you have, right? To take your communication to huge number of people. Okay. Today we are in a world where YouTube will not give you one organic view. You have to buy it. Okay. Your Facebook will not give an organic. There was a time when we used to get organic views, and we dreamed of a different world. And then came 2011, and suddenly our views dead. And then we went to the YouTube office, and YouTube office people destroyed everything utopian that we thought about. And that is the day I near. Remember all those mails we used to get from Awaz? Guess who Awaz was getting funding from? USAIDs. Okay. And from who? Pierre Omidyar network. Now, everything is funded. You don't realize that unless you go into that room. Somebody opens your eyes. Says, you got to pay money, man. It's not free. We gave you the homepage for free for some time. Now you got to pay. You have 200 articles written on you. Enough. Now start paying. So at some point, everything has got to be amplified. Somebody has to come and pay for it. So if somebody has been able to raise that capital to be able to get their point across by saying something against someone, even if it is some poor parents of God knows who, I don't know whose parents they were talking about. I don't know. Like those poor sad no, not sad joke. All jokes are sad to someone. So
Yeah.
Isn't it? I don't know. I mean, every time, like he said crass joke, yeah, crass to him, crass maybe to me, but some motherfucker must have laughed. He must have. Because there's always a guy who laughs at the worst joke, right? Just like there's always a room full of people who don't laugh at a great joke. You just say it, you will know that. So many times you have stood up and actually said a great joke and you say, fuck, no one is laughing. What happened to these people? But that happens. And then there is one sad motherfucker who gets it and he giggles, and it's natural. So
AI is going to make it worse even more.
Who?
AI,
No.
the future.
I mean, that's a different topic. We'll come to that Deepseek thing. But
But all the things that are currently, like the CM of Manipur has resigned.
yeah,
And it feels like all this rada is basically being constructed to keep us distracted. Like we are having a discussion about free speech.
Oh, yeah.
And these are all very esoteric ideas which the discussion can go on forever.
course.
Whereas we are not being given information about.
there was this guy in US, right? Noam Chomsky. He talked about this for how long back? What was it? His whole thing was about manufacturing of consent, right?
Yeah.
So it was supposedly a criticism
should
of,
we just-
wow,
should we just
that's
pause
like the pendulum of time. It's swinging away, right? Somebody pulled the plug on us clearly.
And we haven't even started.
We haven't even started. So somebody take that away before it
viral?
explodes. Yeah. Then some will be blamed for trying to be viral by killing people here. No. So going back to that. So in that, his whole theory was this: that that you put multiple things in front of, in a democracy, you put multiple things in front of people, okay, and then you confuse the hell out of them, so they end up agreeing on exactly what you want them to agree on, okay. So this has been done very well by consumer companies in America. They've actually followed it up. So if you go to America and you go to an aisle of products, any one product aisle, there'll be so many products, so many brands, so many variations of the same product that you will say, wow, capitalism can really do, wow. Look at, you go to a communist country, there's one type of bread. Here you got like 100. But what it does is that when you give human beings tremendous amount of choice, they cannot exercise their judgment properly and they end up buying something. They'll buy something. And generally it will be the one that has been put in front of you. which has got the nice placement. That's why placing something in an aisle is a science. There are behavioral psychologists doing it. The way ads are made on Amazon, what products are pushed up, this is science. So you are being given choices which you think you're choosing, but they're already manufactured so that you choose a certain way. So everybody knows about it. If there is a politician in the world who does not know about this stuff, then he's 50 years behind already. Because that Chomsky guy has been talking about it for like years, right? Today, what he was criticizing has become the habit. That's the norm, right? You wrote, George Orwell wrote 1984, and he was trying to warn us about dystopia and talking about doublespeak. Today it is. People are nonchalantly saying war is peace and peace is war. Like every day. We have to go to war because we need 1,000 years of peace. What? You just said that. I mean, Orwell would be like, fuck. This is all happening to me because I was born in Bihar. Which is true. Orwell was born in Bihar. Man.
Obliterate the oppressor, that's the psychology behind it.
Obliterate the oppressor?
Oppressor, like supposing something is a threat.
No, not yet, right?
Not yet, but it's a
yeah. See, the stairway to heaven has arrived. So, in that song also, it's just buying a stairway to heaven. You don't fucking get it for free. You don't even get to heaven with like free, right? So I guess somebody is going to always use it to suppress a news. It's par for course. It's not new. It will be done. They will do it again and again and again. It's our job as citizens to keep track of this bullshit and pay attention to what we want to pay attention to and not pay attention to what we don't, right? Do you really, how many of you go to a movie that you don't want to see? Yeah, you, because that's your job. You are a movie critic.
Oh, that was immediate.
So,
Do it every week.
yeah, that's livelihood.
But you know, there's something interesting. So obviously, when we were talking about it, so there is one aspect of when I mentioned that I didn't like it. So now that response is a very emotional response, right? I don't feel good or whatever. But like now you saw a slightly more a very different aspect of this controversy, in the sense you moved away from the controversy and tried to see it from a top angle kind of thing. So one thing that I am noticing is this inherent human need to villainize others.
Oh.
You know, you want to, we are constantly looking at ourselves and introspecting, and you know, every day we are feeling that, oh, this is not good about me, this is not good about. So you want inherently to villainize somebody else so that you feel good about yourself. This is a I find this a very psychological
He has
thing.
arrived at it because he's been playing villains so many times now. Okay? And he's been playing really bad people. So he understands it. Like, why do they need that villain there? Because that hero has to be made to be good, right? That's the sole reason of his existence.
Seriously, yeah.
Right?
Seriously.
The monstrosities that we make him commit.
So the entire society coming together to
Lynch someone.
yeah, you know, it's like at least the attention goes away from me. It's basically I'm taking away my own attention from myself. Somehow I feel it's my need to just find that one person whom I can
It's
kind
a
of
prehistoric urge to
stone
lynch
down,
people.
you know, and
We have not
it's
gotten-
just another example of that. We are constantly looking for that monster.
David Lynch may be dead, but lynching is not. Right? Lynching is alive.
Yeah,
Long
yeah.
live lynching. You know, it's like that.
But have we all become crass? I mean, पहले कुछ कहने से पहले हम रुक जाते थे. You know, we used
Self-censorship.
say something.
That is self-censorship.
Discretion, basically that
Self-censorship is dead.
discretion. Correct,
No, it's
correct.
not self-censorship, discretion. किसके साथ झगड़ा
Correct.
करना चाहिए, नहीं करना चाहिए. We used to think
Correct,
before we
correct.
even tweeted.
हर चीज
I
हर
still
वक्त
do it.
बोलनी जरूरी
Should I
नहीं है.
say it or, you know, should I not say it? I still think before I get onto social media. But what people are doing now is just without a thought.
Correct. Only reacting.
Especially in the US, now they say, oh, now अब हम racist बन सकते हैं openly. पहले डर था, अब वो डर गायब है. That's why people dare to crack these horrible jokes. You know, so-called jokes. I mean, I'm saying joke in quote marks. क्यों? It's happening.
क्यों मतलब
everywhere.
देखो एक बहुत अच्छी बात ये है कि I mean everybody is not going to be, so you are thinking that everybody who cracks a joke is going to be Voltaire. It's not going to happen. I mean, there is a guy like Voltaire who uses a joke clearly, knowing first of all what's a good joke, and he knows that a joke can bring an empire down. Now, that's Voltaire, man. You're looking at the top of the pyramid and expecting every stand-up comedian or anybody who's trying to crack a joke. It's very difficult art to crack a joke, first of all. And Voltaire was saddled with it because he was like, his whole livelihood depended on cracking a joke and making the fucking king laugh. I mean, his hatred for the empire came from that he had to crack a joke every day to make him laugh. So he said, fuck, I'm going to bring this empire down. What the fuck is this? This liability of cracking a joke every day. I'm fucking smart. I don't have to crack a joke every day. But that's what he had to do. So that's it. He channeled it. He said, joke se hi tere ko giraunga. So now everybody is not going to be Voltaire. You are going to have people who just say things which is crass and does not have a second layer. I mean, for years we did Savita Bhavike's Sexy Solutions. Come on, man. And that shit was very crass for some people. Okay? That there was a second layer is a different thing. What if it didn't have a second layer? Some of them did not have. I mean, come on, what was it? I think the person who wrote that is here today. We had one Savita Bhavike's Sexy Solution for graduate students to make curd. Now, what the fuck is that? Okay? What the fuck is that? Okay, there was some really smart satirical lines inside. But that headline, when it goes on YouTube, who was it? It's really low-hanging fruit, right? That was you, Jivak. Right? I do. I remember every crass joke I've ever cracked.
I've chosen to forget.
No, we have all been crass. And you can't, anybody who's dealt with comedy at some point and tried to construct jokes, you know that you make an ass of yourself maximum amount of time. 500 times you try, you get a good joke. It's by trial and error, man. Nobody has a golden rule of, writing some great joke first time they sit down and it comes out, oh my God, it doesn't happen.
But anyways, in most cases, somebody's comedy is somebody's tragedy, right? I mean, it's one guy falling on slipping on a banana peel, hurting himself, and everyone else laughing at that visual, right? So that is the case. So now there will always be somebody to say, how could you laugh at somebody falling, Shame on you, you can't even feel the pain of that person. So
that's the oldest joke.
Yeah, in the perspective, obviously you can.
That's not dark
it's
humor.
Very easy
That's
to
humor.
make.
Have you seen? There's a great film made by a great comedian called it's called History of the World, Part 1 and Part 2. History of the World is this great film by Mel Brooks. Okay, he's actually showed you Part 1 is ancient history, Part 2 is from the medieval time to this. You got to watch it. It's crazy, and in that he showed the evolution of humor. Okay, he showed how did humor come? How did people laugh? And it came from, so this is guy standing, he's literally standing in front of this audience like you in the prehistoric times, dressed in his prehistoric Amir Khan clothes. You saw Amir Khan, right? Roaming on the street in his similar to that. And he's like going on doing it. And nobody's laughing because there is no humor. As yet, humor has not arrived. So nobody's fucking laughing. And then a huge dinosaur comes and picks him up and starts chomping on him and everybody starts laughing. Ah! So that's the origin of comedy. That's what he showed. And this is a guy who knew comedy. So we have all got our humor from there. Banana skin, people falling, that's what you laugh on first. You always laugh at somebody's pain. Come on, don't fucking bullshit me. Everybody has laughed at that. And so humor is not predictable and humor has got no fucking, it doesn't owe any fucks to anyone. It can come from anywhere. It will go anywhere. It is free speech at its most ugly and most beautiful. So criticizing something for being crass and that's why banning, no, he's just saying crass, he's not saying ban. Crass, yes, sure. So people are talking about shit and people are talking about piss, people are talking about sex, which to some people is like shit and piss. I don't know why, but it is, right? Some people equate it with the similar way, the filth, they call it filth. Every time people say something sexual is filth, I don't understand what they mean. Filth is...
We came out of that.
Yeah, we came out of that. That too.
Respond to it. Here, problem क्या हो रहा है ना? Here, he had mixed incest. That's the problem. आप मजाक करो is fine. But comparing it to incest.
But has he committed incest?
Yeah, but in talking about incest, asking you to.
So every time you say mother chose, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I mean, Virat Kohli does it on field and you say, wow, aggro. So,
I think I agree with you because when people are drunk, I think all the people who objected or the big thing which they made out of it, when you're drunk or when you're in that hyper anger state, you use words and you use sentences which are beyond, forget incest, forget going on parents, you go on everybody. Okay, ma, behan, this, that.
I mean, the entire state of Punjab will have to be permanently banned.
Exactly, I'm just about to say that. The entire state has to be banned and everybody has to be banned. Why just these two people? And it's up to you how much, what you want to take and what you don't want to take. If audience can laugh at that time and later on ban and make a big issue out of it, it's stupidity. That time you say stop. If somebody's talking with you, tell me something right now. I don't like it, I say please. Right, let's stop it right now.
You know,
But not make a big issue out and ban people and do FRI for what?
Correct.
Yeah,
Correct.
I mean, it's the same government that just some time back brought satanic verses out of the ban. Okay, the same one. So on a scale of this and satanic verses, I would say like the scales of free speech got balanced in a way. You know, satanic verses was banned for so long, came up, same guys, and the same guys said free speech is important, so we are bringing it out of the ban. Now you're going after some Allahbadia dude, which is insane. Look at a guy's face. You don't feel like putting him behind bars, man. You feel like giving him chocolate bars. He probably deserves that.
Even in the spurt of moment, he must have.
Oh, sorry, the spurt is not a good word in this context.
Maybe.
He wants to get into Big Boss.
In a nutshell.
Big boss or what? Big boss.
No, but the thing is, kind of arguing his case or fighting for his right to free speech doesn't mean that one is justifying what he's done. I actually, again, repeat myself. When I see that, I don't like it. That's not the kind of humor. So I, as an individual, can aspire for better humor. So I see comedy, I see humor, as you also mentioned, and I see how that humor is used in different ways. Someone uses it in a very crass manner. Someone does it, as he mentioned, Voltaire.
Isn't there a place
So
for
I
all of it?
aspire for good humor. I would like whoever does it to be able to.
Tell me,
But there should be place for
maybe
everything.
out of context, but I mean, don't you go to a Michelin star restaurant and also eat vada pav sometimes?
Correct.
So there's a place for vada pav, right? You don't want to ban vada pav because you know it's not such good food.
Yeah.
With all the dust flying around, and it's pretty crass. Vada pav, right?
It's a very
But
elitist thought, yeah.
People would want to have vada pav. I mean, I know my daughter is flying back from US just to have vada pav on the street. So I don't do it. I would prefer the Michelin star restaurant, but that's just me.
I would do that
People's
with
right
Puri.
to have vada pav is sacrosanct, man. So same way, this guy's joke is probably on that level compared to a Michelin star restaurant and to vada pav. But why can't he say it? His parents are going to be the most hurt, man. If they don't mind, why do you care? It's a joke about parents, right?
Free speech is also the freedom of your choice of words and your assessment of the things.
Yeah.
What to say on social media?
No, of course, social media, because now they're ashamed because people are looking at it. Privately, I'm sure they must have laughed. This is a kid that they produced. So there's no problem. He did.
This guy's a big deal. Like, he is worth 58 crores. He is the biggest influencer in India. He, is, and his mom is also on social media. He is got some too many million followers, and he's a big deal, right? And so it feels like actually the reason that everyone went nuts was, and it was a would you rather statement where he said ki, would you rather watch your parents have sex every day, or would you rather join them once and stop it once and for all, right? And it's such a stupid, juvenile, and turns out it's been copied from three different, there's one video of Kanan Gill doing it, there's another video of some American influencer doing it. So it's a very common.
Not even original.
Hanji, it's not even original. But because he is a national award winner, because he is a big deal, and because he does all
What
this
did he win national award in actually?
Because they started giving national awards for influencers last year, and so he got disruptor of Twitter.
I would actually have a whole big set of problems about national awards for influencers. It's like giving national award to influenza, like a disease. What is that? National award for stand-up comedy? Yeah, sure. National award for a podcast interview? Sure. What the fuck is an influencer? What is an influencer? Everybody is an influencer. I hope so that you are influencing your kids. Aren't you? I hope you are influencing your kids. Teach them some fucking manners. On the flight when you sit next to me, don't fucking...
This is sort of the government's way of bringing, you know, these kids that have these massive audiences.
Ban children from saying anything. They also have free speech.
Of course they do.
Sorry, you were saying. Yes.
These kids who have these massive audiences, and the government needs them for propaganda purposes.
Yes.
And
So
you give
everybody
them
benefits,
less
right?
fashion
So the government is benefiting because they are making this guy more famous. So tomorrow he'll say something, the same guys who have fired their fire on him, and he praises them, you think it's gold, right? Because my God, if he's saying something good about them, it must be true. So yeah, you're right. That's what I'm saying. Both sides win. We are the only idiots who lose because we are discussing this, we are talking about it, we think free speech is under attack. No, this is not. It's just marketing.
It's like Big Boss on a national
Everything
scale.
in India is being paid for. Most of the world is also getting paid for, but everything in India is completely paid for. Everything you read in the newspaper, everything you see on social media, there is nothing organic. It's all paid for. And the sooner we agree with it and move on, so that you know when you look at it, you know that it's not genuine. Stop talking about people, normal people as the bad guys. I see people constantly say, are people fucking that stupid that they're on Instagram? They are not. You think so, everybody's a fucking bot there. If you think Instagram is real, you have a problem. It's not real. It's not real. If you take the money out of Instagram, there is no Instagram. It's not true. It's not real. If it was real, Kamala Harris would have won the election. Instagram, TikTok can't get you an election. TikTok in India died even before TikTok was banned in India. It was not going anywhere because they were not spending enough. Everybody who went viral on TikTok were paid. The paid guys go viral. You keep making your video and you keep wondering, मेरा तो नहीं हो रहा है, मेरा तो नहीं हो रहा है, मेरा कंटेंट बड़ा अच्छा था, मैंने बहुत मेहनत की थी इसके ऊपर, लेकिन नहीं हो रहा है क्योंकि आपको पैसे नहीं मिले हैं, आपको रीच नहीं मिला है.
अब समझ में आया.
ये हमें so ये होता है. और some of us who actually get sometimes a little bit of attention from these guys and we get a little bit of views, we start thinking, no, it must be genuine. They have to do it, right? That's the algorithm. They have to give a few genuine views to people, throw here, sprinkle it, so that you are interested in it. That's how they're fucking doing it. That's the point. And India में merit कभी नहीं रहता है. Merit कभी नहीं होता है. किसी भी field में चले जाओ, merit is not our forte, man. Everything else. People say it's sometimes a casteist privilege, sim privilege, this privilege, that privilege. No, there is no such thing. It's very democratic in that sense. Everybody has a shot of fucking around with the system here. System will not be followed. That is the first priority. You have seen the traffic. You think only some Brahmin guy is fucking around with the traffic? No, dude. It's not true. Everybody is fucking around with the traffic. The system will not be followed. People will take advantage of the system. You do, what happened? Okay, so look at this. People fucking kept saying after the Maharashtra elections, you need to go back to paper ballot. They held a paper ballot election and BJP won all the fucking things. It's fucked up. It doesn't matter which ballot you use. It is, you have made a situation where some things will happen and some things will not happen.
I was discussing something with a friend and he was saying sometimes this is also staged. Why? Because
What? This matlab what?
This kind of picking up personality which was not controversial before and suddenly you make him controversial.
Yes.
And sidewise people like Raki Sawant and XYZ, there are billions of guys speaking shit all the time. Nobody bothers, cares, and this guy, or that roast thing also subsided, and this is a new trend which has come. Maybe
What happens is that
they're
people
all bought up. They're all that is the
yes.
whole
You
marketing.
get there, you get to a certain stage, and then you what they call you overstay the welcome. Okay, so you create a controversy, you get there, you milked it, you become big, and now you don't know how to stop yourself from saying the next shitty thing, where you are not controlling the narrative. This is what happened to AIB. AIB played that game and then they lost control of the narrative because they bought their own whiskey and drank it. That's why I say the number one rule in life is never drink your own whiskey. I mean, Akshay Kumar को बोलना चाहिए सबसे पहले. But Akshay Kumar thinks the photo that is coming in Bombay Times, he did not pay for, but he's forgotten he has already paid for it. So there is no genuine photo of Akshay Kumar in the Bombay Times. It's already paid for by him. He's bought it 2 years in advance. You know that? Our stars buy their photos in the prominent newspapers 4 years in advance. The top 4 stars, they decide how many pictures of theirs are going to appear. They've already paid for it. That's how that fucking newspaper makes money. Now, unless you know about that, you are thinking it's a genuine picture. You're okay. But if you have paid for it and you don't know it's not a genuine picture, then fuck. If you have gotten somebody to write, मेरे को 100 करोड़ मिलता है इस पिक्चर का, एक्चुअली मिलता है 15 करोड़, फिर तुम बोलते हो मेरे को 100 करोड़ मिलता है, तुम बिलीव कर लेते हो कि 100 करोड़ मिलता है. जब तेरी पिक्चर 100 करोड़ नहीं कमा, तेरे को 100 करोड़ कौन देगा? मतलब just think of it. How many films make 100 crores? Who the fuck is going to give you 100 crores? But everybody like, अरे यार अक्षय कुमार को 100 करोड़ मिले, उसको 500 करोड़ मिले, उसको इतने करोड़ मिले. It's pure fucking bullshit, right? Nobody is doing the math. You know, there was one, I think long back I had written a post about कि यार टिकट कितनी बिकती है ये फिल्मों की, and people had gone hammer and tongs at me. Why? Who are you to ask for number of tickets sold? How much money is it making? I said, so if Mukesh Ambani is alone in the theatre and he pays 100 crores, is it a hit? Is it a hit film or not? You made 100 crores. It doesn't matter how many people saw it. Yeah, I mean, think of it. Anybody can pay that money, right? If your star is worth 1,000 crores and the film is going to collect 200 crores, it's fucking pocket change for him to buy it, right? It's just incentive to buy the film. So, India is a basket case of where we don't have, I think cricket is one small little thing that is actually connected to people really. That's why you see, किसी ने पैसे नहीं दे, रणजी ट्रॉफी में 10,000 लोग आ जाएंगे, जबकि वो खराब खेल रहा है तभी भी. I think last vestige एक छोटी सी चीज का है, जो रियल में कुछ तो अटैचमेंट है लोगों का उसके साथ, बट वो भी उतना नहीं है. 100 करोड़ लोगों, 140 में से सिर्फ 20 करोड़ लोग फॉलो करते होंगे. बिकॉज आप कभी आपने हॉटस्टार पे वो नहीं देखा होगा कि वहां दिखा रहा है 40 करोड़ लोग देख रहे हैं, नहीं, 4 करोड़ ही होगा. तो 20 में से 4, 140 करोड़ लोगों में से 4 करोड़ देख रहे हैं. इज नॉट अ फकिंग गुड थिंग. उनके यहाँ सुपर बोल देखो कितने लोग देख रहे हैं, आधी कंट्री देख रही है ना. 100 मिलियन पीपल आर वाचिंग. सो इट्स डिफरेंट. वी डोंट हैव दैट. वी डोंट हैव अ कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट which is that viral, which everybody buys. That's why you'll see if you open a Unilever report at the end of the year, they are cribbing. No one is buying anything. No one is buying anything. They're fucking fed up with Indians. When will they buy? We're not buying. Because nothing is a huge hit. What is this great product that Unilever has that you'll want to buy? They don't have. एक ज़माने में सर्फ आया था तो लोगों ने पागल जैसे खरीदा था. अब क्या 50 साल से वही सर्फ बेच रहे हो, क्या खरीदेंगे? क्या बनाया है तुमने ऐसा जिसको आप खरीद लोगे? ऐसा क्या है? एक जीरोधा आया था तो वो चला. He's become a billionaire, no? 10 years back you didn't know what it is. But Yashraj has been there for fucking 50 years. They have no shame that they have no money like Zerodha. They're still acting like we are gods of Bollywood. But what is Bollywood? Bollywood is like this small. So what are you gods of? So you're, huh?
They're small, they're big in Bollywood, that's enough, no?
But what is Bollywood? Bollywood is only this small. Bollywood has no fucking, it's not even a 20,000 crore industry यार. एक एक कंपनी 20,000 करोड़ की हो गई है. तुमको शर्म नहीं है? तुम्हारे 20,000 करोड़ पूरे देश में से तुम 20,000 करोड़ की इंडस्ट्री बनाते हो सब लोग मिलके. इट्स रिडिकुलस. बट फोटो हमने खरीदी हुई है तो 2 साल 4 साल तक तो आते रहेगा फोटो. भले मेरी पिक्चर चले नहीं है, मैंने तो फोटो खरीदा हुआ तो आएगा. दूसरे लोगों को जाना पड़ेगा निखिल कामत के शो में, उसने बुला लिया तो, और वहां पर वो कितना AQI का हवा होगा जो आपको मिलेगा, जो यहाँ भी मिल रहा है हमें. So I mean, this is the thing. I don't think we talk about this, that your manufacturing of consent has gone haywire in this country. You rant and rant and rant about things that you should not be ranting about, what you are talking about. You know, what you are supposed to rant about, you don't rant. The rant is also manufactured.
Like there's so much content coming from Mahakumbh now.
Yes, we go to Mahakumbh. I think that's the third topic, but we can jump to that. Mahakumbh, I mean, every second guy is claiming he has got a picture in Mahakumbh. Is it AI generated or Deepseek is generating it? What is it? How are you getting? How are 45 crore people getting to Mahakumbh? My main question is that. By which route? We tried to go, every time it's showing a traffic jam there. So how are they getting in? By road is traffic jam. By flight you don't have that many tickets. By train you don't have that many tickets. 40 करोड़ लोगों को तुमने 15 दिन में पहुंचाया कैसे वहां पर? I don't know. Nobody is asking this question. Same like the ticket question. Nobody asked this. How can you get 45 crore people in 13-14 days to a place?
Total number.
Yeah, total number. पर डे सोचो ना कितने करोड़, इतने करोड़ लोग कैसे पहुंच जाएंगे यार? फिजिकली एक जगह से दूसरे जगह जाना, सारे के सारे वहीं थे क्या? टेलीपोर्ट होके जा रहे क्या?
मैं गया था, मैं वहाँ था।
हाँ।
भीड़ बहुत थी।
करेक्ट।
एक जगह से जैसे यहाँ से आप यारी रोड से 7 बंगले का ऑटो लेंगे, तो 1000 रुपए भी मांगेंगे लोग।
That's okay.
Sure. That is true.
No,
I mean, a lot of people are making a lot of money. So
I'm not saying nobody is going there, but how do you know the difference between 4 crores and 44 crores? I mean, दादर स्टेशन आप जाके देखो, महाकुंभ से कम नहीं है, पर it is 70 लाख लोग जाते हैं एक दिन में दादर स्टेशन से, but it feels like that, right? But 70 lakh कहाँ है और 45 crores कहाँ है? Just imagine if 70 lakhs को आप 70 lakhs people a day, 15 days, still you are not even reaching 10 crores properly, barely reaching 10.5 crores. You are talking about the entire population of Bombay having visited the Kumbh 11 times in 11-12 days. Is it fucking possible?
I'd like to just connect this with the previous, So now we've been conversing for some time, and I'm really enjoying it. Hopefully others are also enjoying it. So we've talked so many things, and at this point now you made a humorous comment in terms of Dadar station जाइए, महाकुंभ से कम नहीं है. It's so easy if somebody was to just take that clip and put like 100 crores behind that and make that viral. कि अभिज्ञान झा has said दादर station जो है वो महाकुंभ से कम नहीं है. Just imagine what a, and it was according to me it was a very it was very humorous and very
USP in Jha.
But I'm saying this is what tends to happen. I feel many times
you could make it a big outrage point. You've insulted the Kumbh by comparing to the Dadar station. Have you seen the filth there? हमारा तो clean है.
But people will not get the joke that was made. People will not focus on the joke that was made.
No, they won't.
But I'm saying,
if you put 100 crores behind it.
But I'm saying a lot of the outrage that's where it comes from. Many times I feel it's this misplaced understanding of what is happening.
How many people here have received a WhatsApp or an SMS saying 1,000 rupees a day, you have to just click videos? How many people has ever received such an SMS? Everybody, come on, all of you have got it. Don't pretend.
100 rupees, yeah.
ये 1,000 वाले कौन?
And the best part is, every time I get these messages, I say, I'll pay you more. Do my work. They don't want to do it because they are being paid by someone else to do this. So we have got 100 crore free janta in this country. You can make them click anything. Your views, your subscribers don't mean shit to me because I know it's coming from that. 300 रुपए में भी कर रहा है. Can you imagine? But 300 rupees a day is 9,000 rupees in a month for just clicking videos. Not bad, right? Who wants a government job anymore? I don't want. I could do that. Or maybe I can sit in the government office and do it. Even better. It is a bribe only, no, yaar. 300 rupees में तुम click करो, bribe नहीं है तो क्या है? What other bribe are you talking about? Your entire culture is based on bribe. Everything is bribe. You just start talking and everybody starts talking about bribe. कुछ देना पड़ेगा क्या? Every conversation is about everything is this. But कुछ देना पड़ेगा क्या? ये क्या है?
चाय पानी.
चाय पानी. चाय पानी.
And I actually gave somebody chai, so they were like.
It has happened to all of us. At least once in life, where you thought that chai is actually about chai.
जाने दीजिए चाय ले लीजिए.
What is he talking about?
अच्छा पानी भी
That's
चाहिए.
why when a politician went saying I am a chai wala, I don't know why nobody attacked him on this. They said everything else, because other side has got a weird dude, which is like.
बहुत चाय पानी पिलाई है आपने.
Who's like I think this guy Brian Johnson who came for this Zerodha thing, this guy ka show, he's trying to like what you call reverse engineer his age and stuff. Why is he wasting his life? He should just study Rahul Gandhi. He's going back into his childhood on a daily basis. Like, do the genetic analysis, get those fucking genes in. You'll be fucking, you'll get your youth back. He's a youth leader even now. When I was 20 years old, he was young. When I'm 50 years old, he's still young. You can't. Brian Johnson fucking has nothing on this guy.
No, in India, youth and
No supplements, okay?
No, youth and Yuva has no age category. I have seen a 60-year-old man getting an award for Yuva Puraskar.
Wait. Was he from JNU?
No, he was not.
Oh, okay. I think JNU may cut off with 45.
No, but in many ways, I think this whole idea of, you're taking the whole Mahakumbh fervor and everything that is known to everybody is just about who's getting themselves clicked. To that extent, you mentioned that Mr. Ambani also with his family went there. So in some ways, actually, that's it appears like a promotional activity. And I would hope and wish for him and his family that he's going there with complete devotion also and receive something from there.
Mahakumbh is a great thing. I find it astonishing. Even if 4 crore people are going, I find it astonishing that people have this much of display of faith and that they can do it. I would have done it if it was not that crowded. Maybe I would have gone there and done it. No, yeah, it happens 144 times years mein ek baar. Why? What's the harm in doing it? And I believe in it. I mean, personal belief. I believe in the thing. I can make fun of things that I believe in. So I believe in it. I understand the people who are doing it. But my question is that you really think 44 crore people all really believe in it? That's why they're doing it, or they're doing it for like posting pictures and just being part of the in crowd that goes there? Now that Mr. Ambani has done, I think a lot of people are going to mistake it that if you do that, maybe you become a billionaire, or like maybe that's a clean pass to do anything now. I don't know. I don't know what happens, right? What's the signal?
I think the next photo you'll probably see out there would be of Ranveer.
I think Allahbadia is on his way to Allahabad. He's already Allahabadia, man. He has a right to that place.
बेचारा वहीं पे अपने पाप धो सकता है.
I think that's it. That's the next one. उसका समय आ गया है.
अलाहाबाद जाने का. Oh.
रहना आ चुकी है उसकी.
Maybe sir Ambani has gone वहाँ पे जाके अपना पाप धोने के लिए, मतलब अपने पाप धो के नए पाप करने के लिए.
नए पाप हम लोग सब करते हैं यार रोज. ऐसा कौन यहाँ पर है जो संत है? तो वो तो वहीं पर मिलेंगे ना कुंभ में. यहाँ थोड़े संत मिलेंगे तुम्हें.
But if you see the scriptures and all, there is a lot of spiritual constellation of planets. There are a lot many things. You can be a well-versed, well-read person, but to become spiritual and become enlightened, you have to follow certain practices. Then only you can become.
Yeah.
So it is one of those things. If you see the other aspect, why people are going. Maybe people are going because they still are trying to find themselves.
I mean that's what I'm saying. It's a great thing that people do that, because it's only in our culture that we have that. So it's actually a fantastic thing. For if you are Ambani, you also go there. You have nothing, you also go there, right?
Correct.
No, nobody is stopped from going there, and there is no particular agenda. There is no deity being worshipped, right? There is no particular person who owns Kumbh, and it is connected with some astronomical thing. That complication of the astronomy is so high that it is Carl Sagan को भी time लगेगा थोड़ा समझने में. वो अगर हमारे पास बरसों से चला रहा है, that means at least this country was well versed in astronomy. People knew about it. Even if it was for astrology, it is still difficult, dude. I mean, I tried to study astrology. The math is too hard. And that's why I never believe in astrologer, because I can't believe that many great mathematicians can be there. It's not possible, right? That this guy who's sitting in front of me, who looks like he could not pass any exams, suddenly got astrology and he's being able to make predictions. What is it? What is he doing that I can't do? And I can't do it because the math is too hard. Have you ever seen the Trikon, Vikon ka entire calculation? It's fucking mad. So for a culture to have that, I think it is crazy, that we have that. I mean, nobody else has it. Nobody else is going there. Nobody has anything remotely like this. And we have had it for thousands of years, and people are doing a continuous thing. कितनी बार हुआ है किसी को पता नहीं. So history का एक sense है.
But you know,
I understand why people want to go there, be part of that. The way the Naga sadhus appear every time, you don't know where they disappear, right? I mean, it's like Truman Show, right? Suddenly like Kumbh and they all descend, right? It's exactly like Truman Show.
But to add to what you mentioned, you know, that, you know, 40 करोड़ लोग सचमुच आ रहे हैं या नहीं आ रहे, मैं कह रहा हूँ, even अगर 10 करोड़ लोग भी अगर आ रहे हैं उस एक जगह पे, it's an incredible, just to be able to witness that, even if I'm not going there, just to know that something like that is happening, is quite quite amazing to.
I mean, there is no special carrot being offered. You are going there with, you are actually struggling. Everybody knows it's going to be hard. It's not going to be really easy for you to go there. Sometimes some people are walking 7 kilometers, 8 kilometers to reach that, right? Well, somebody went there. Vicky has been there.
25 kilometers.
Oh wow! How was your experience? I would like to know. Yeah. Anything particular that you kind of take back from there and?
Not as such, ऐसा कुछ नहीं, but the good vibe was very good.
Yeah.
नहाने के पहले का vibe बताओ, नहाने के बाद का vibe.
Felt good. Overall, good experience.
ऐसा लगा पाप कम हो गए.
वो नहीं पता.
Anything quirky that you take back from there? Anything interesting?
Nagas.
Huh?
Naga sadhu.
And what was about that? Did you already know about them?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Anything new that you figured when you went there?
No, they were having chilam. I didn't know that, so saw that. So that's it. But yeah, good experience overall. Very good. Worth it. अच्छा था और 25 kilometers of walking is normal. चलता है. All the 3 days I did that. So,
all 3 days?
Oh, you did 3 times?
3 times. A lot of traveling, you know, a lot of things to explore. Actually, you can't cover in one day.
Yeah.
So a lot of things to explore. So akhade and everything.
I'm sure. And it's actually, I think, I think what's probably really amazing about this space is to be able to really see the variety of the ways people are trying to reach the same goal.
Correct.
You know, in the sense, it's truly a great example
it's a
of
different
pluralism.
kind of Deepseek. like seeker. You got this Deepseek. Fucking Chinese. You don't know jack shit about seeking.
I'd like to know actually what this Deepseek is.
It's nothing. It's just it's what China always does. You make something for 10 rupees, they make it for 1 rupee. That's it. In a nutshell, you know, those American toys, they used to be expensive. Now Chinese guys make it for less. So these people spend billions making Chat GPT. These guys claim that they made it with like very little money, but they're not able to explain how. And most of it is like ripping off from Chat GPT itself. It's just differently written though, which is an interesting one. But that company, they claim that it was actually a hedge fund, which is like, so somebody rightly said that, right? Chat GPT was trying to take a non-profit company to make money. So they took money from the hedge funds to make Chat GPT. These guys are hedge fund people who made Deepseek and destroyed Chat GPT. Chat GPT was taking all your data for themselves and claiming to be writers and artists. These guys took Chat GPT only. So, I mean, it's nice. It's like sort of like a poetic justice. I think AI को ना सबसे ज़्यादा शराब poets और writers का लगता है. Because my problem with AI, today's AI is this, simple. Why are you going after artists and writers? Do you think they're making that kind of money? What is wrong with you? What society goes after the writers and the poets and you can't write poetry? Okay, use ChatGPT to write poetry. Dude, why? What the fuck is that? Song. Lyricist को 1 रुपया नहीं मिलता इस देश में. Lyrics बना रहा है वो. क्यों lyrics लिख रहा है भाई ChatGPT? मेरे को चाहिए AI जो जाके कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम करे ताकि वो बंदे को 40 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड में उधर ऊपर चढ़ के घर ना बनाना पड़े 21st century. I fucking feel ashamed when I see a laborer on the street. What the fuck am I doing? Why can't we have hard labor out from our people everywhere? But I don't see that question ever being asked by anyone. People actually asking the US president to create more of those jobs. They want to be plumbers and they want to be this. Dude, why? Make ChatGPT do that, you know, become a fucking plumber. Apparently, plumbing is more difficult than writing poetry. That is the world of AI. And any human being naturally then knows this shit is bullshit. Because, dude, it's not possible. Plumbing cannot be more difficult than writing poetry.
Apparently, Elon Musk offered to purchase
It was his.
by.
It was already his. It's very strange to pay $100 billion to buy something that was already his. But he only left. He left because he couldn't get along with the guy. And he's buying also because he can't get along with the guy. So, which is strange. So Deepseek is, I mean, how many people know about Deepseek? What do you know about Deepseek? Oh, how is it?
It's very, very useful. You should just know what questions to ask.
But isn't that the same thing with ChatGPT?
Yes.
So what's so great about Deepseek?
It's
DeepSeek is
faster.
free, na? It's free.
No, it's faster.
Yeah, it's faster and free also. DeepSeek
And
is faster.
when people complain ki it's going to replace writers, I always say ki writers have the brains to ask the right questions, because there are people, I write freelance, I work freelance, there will always be a client who will say, Manisha, is people a generic word? तो ऐसे लोगों के लिए ChatGPT is really great, or any AI program that will help you write 5 versions of the same thing. So जिसमें हमें वक्त नहीं लगता है, so you tell them हाँ 2 दिन के बाद मैं लिख के दोबारा देती हूँ. It's already written. All you have to do is feed. Now it's going to go on YouTube and I'm going to get screwed. That's how it is. You should know how to use it.
We are slow in our edit. It will go a little later. You have 15 days to make more money.
It's easy. It's so easy to use. उससे डर के कोई फायदा नहीं है.
So the name is like a sort of red herring. There is no deep seek actually. It's like shallow. It's like playing in really shallow waters. Imagine if they had called it shallow seek. Nobody fucking would have downloaded that.
You have to sound really awesome.
I know. That's the whole game, right? So you write poetry because you can't write poetry, but you want to write poetry because you want to impress someone. I don't know who's getting impressed by writing poetry. I've never been able to impress anyone. I've been trying so hard for so long. Nobody wants my poetry.
I was at IFFI Film Festival recently, 2024 December.
Was it iffy enough?
Freaky enough. So there was this conference on AI, and they were saying it will make lives easy for people. So I asked them a question, and they got all little
Iffy.
I said, fine, I want to get enlightened, so artificial intelligence can help me. And like they were experts sitting, big ones, and there was a pause for 20-30 seconds. So then I said I got the answer. Anything that is subjective realization, artificial intelligence can never get you to that.
Yeah, but they're trying to write poetry. That's subjective, dude.
You a poet, they can make you a writer, but they cannot make you realize what exactly is that space where you actually feel that.
You know what I think it is, all this is for? These are fucking tech engineers who just can't write poetry. This is their revenge on all of us who can write. You know, these fuckers went to school and they saw all these arty fucking guys coming out with songs and poetry and plays. These guys are like, fuck, all I can do is code. I will turn that code into poetry one day. It's like some kind of revenge for them. I don't know why.
Because why they have chosen us.
But have you read some of these? Are they really good? Are they
Divya made a song for me that day using some 2 applications. ChatGPT wrote the lyrics and some other fucking thing wrote the music. And you know, all my musician friends, I have got 28 songs in my new series, and it took us really long time to do them. And you know, if any of you are friends with composers, you know they take fucking long time to give you a tune. And here it is. Divya made me a song in like, by the time my coffee was ready in the office. It was already done and ready and it was playing. So across 2 different AIs. That it is called collaboration. So it was ChatGPT with this whatever. क्या था? Suno AI. And I thought some fucking Indian did Suno AI and I was proud of it कि Deepseek ले यहाँ से लेकिन no Suno AI is some Harvard fucking chutias, no Indian involved, not even one Indian Harvard guy. Okay, so it was like sad. Maybe they didn't get listen because that already is captured. So some synonym was a Suno AI. Suno AI is brilliant, and Suno AI actually has got something better than ChatGPT. You can't give it a command saying compose like A.R. Rahman. You can't do that because they don't import any libraries of. They don't. So that's their manifesto that they will not. So it will randomly create a tune. They don't. They can't write make something like Mozart. You can't say that, which is one of the biggest problems with ChatGPT. That they have captured everybody's stuff in without asking them, and then you can write like that, right? Which is strange because Mozart is free anyway.
Seriously.
So Deepseek is basically disrupting. It's going to basically win the same award that Ranveer Allahbadia had won, Disruptor of the Year.
And
it's probably as crass as that.
And it's really influencing all our lives.
Influencing everyone, bringing down, the poor Nvidia guy. I feel for him, man. Ginseng. Yeah, poor guy. He just lost so many billions in overnight. He's the only guy I feel bad about. All the billionaires in the world, I feel bad for him. The guy really struggled. I mean, he tried to talk about shit for years and years. Finally, उसका time है ये Deepseek आ गया बीच में. उसके ही GPUs use किए और बोल नहीं रहा है. Typically Chinese, How many of you have been to China? I love talking about China, and every time I say the same things. You've been to China. Where in China did you go?
Beijing.
You went to Beijing. So and did you move around? What did you feel about China?
I lived in Hong Kong.
No, Hong Kong is very different from China. So what did you find in Beijing? What is your thoughts on China? Because Deepseek के बारे में बात करें, China के बारे में बात करना जरूरी है. You can't understand Deepseek and what are the problems with Deepseek unless you understand what is the problem with China. So what did you feel in China?
Tiananmen Square में अभी भी वो sign देख के, no laughing, no talking, no standing in groups, वो देख के अभी भी डर लगता है. That you're being watched from.
Did you feel that or not? You feel it, right?
Yes.
Forget Tiananmen. In Beijing, did you not feel that you're being watched?
Yes.
And this is the craziest thing about China. हम लोग बाकी सब जगह surveillance state and all theoretical discuss करते हैं. China में है, and the moment you get there, you are at the airport only you start feeling a little iffy. You start feeling a little odd, and then I don't know. Did I talk about it last time? A little bit. Okay, so I had gone to give a speech to a Mobile World Congress or whatever. So I was given an interpreter because obviously I don't speak Chinese. So interpreter has to interpret whatever. So after my talk was done, the interpreter became my like a travel person to show me around Shanghai. It was Shanghai. And the things she said, and first of all she said, we can't talk interiors. If you really want to know about China, I have to take you to an open space with a lot of people. I said, why? They are literally listening to everything. If we are walking alone on the street and talking, even then they can hear. And I'm talking, this is 2016, before Deepseek even arrived. So you are on permanent surveillance. Yes, audio surveillance, video surveillance, everything is permanent. So you can't talk anything. You take two friends talking in the street and dissing their government, they're fucked. They'll be in jail tomorrow. It is already heard somewhere. Some data is being crunched. So you have to go, and that's why even in India and the other station and Mahakumbh notwithstanding, I have never seen that many people as I saw in Shanghai, out on the streets. And the noise that the Chinese make when they talk, all of them together, drowns out every surveillance. So they all get together on the public square and fucking talk, whatever they want to talk, because now you can't hear them. So millions of people drowning out everybody's sound just so that they cannot be surveilled. Insane. Okay, so that's where she told the horror of it. She was from Sichuan province, and I think today only in a WhatsApp group, okay, I happen to be the secretary of my building, so I have been put inside a ward group, okay, which is a good thing in terms of disaster. जब होता है तो काम आता है, and you actually see people doing work, which is great. But some bastard was going on ranting about China and why we need like China. We need to be like China, and people need to be like. Every day some uncle is going on.
We like China.
Yeah, we need actual rules, and बच्चे पैदा बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहे हैं. Some fucking guy went on a rant on the. And I was coming to meet you while I was still typing. I said, have you been to China? These guys murdered 500 million of their own people. Murdering, who does a genocide of their own people, man? This is a new one, right? You always kill the other. Why are you killing your own? Okay, like cannibals. So they killed, and who did they kill? So this girl was Sichuan, from the Sichuan province. You know, not the Szechuan sauce. So, I mean, that's where it's from, but they don't have it. Unfortunately, I realized that it's totally fake. Only Indians can make something that doesn't even exist in Szechuan. So, it doesn't exist. They don't have it. There's no Szechuan sauce in Szechuan. So, it's insane. So, she's saying that all her province people, most of, very few are like relics ki tarah choda hai, sab maar diye gaye. Because the Han Mandarins are the only ethnicity preserved. It's like, I don't know, I mean, it must be a very mixed breed here. It's like imagining that either the Punjabis or the Bengalis are the only people standing and all the other ethnicities in India have been murdered. That's bizarre, no? I mean, nobody talks about it. Even when we hear 500 million people killed, we don't know that it was ethnic cleansing going on. They say they were bourgeois and they were this and that, you know, to bring communism, they had to kill all these people who, but it was not, it was ethnic. They only wanted the Han Mandarins because the Han Mandarins were the tallest. They wanted to project Chinese power, so they did not want those chota Chinese. They wanted to show supremacy. So they preserved, and imagine how utilitarian you can be about human beings. Why the Hans also? Not because of the culture, not because of this or that. So even the language, you're not allowed to speak any other Chinese. The Sichuan Chinese were different. You have to speak Han Mandarin. That's all you can do. So imagine saying at any point that these murderers are of some kind of a beacon of excellence in the world. We talk about, and every second guy is now accused of being Hitler. Nobody is accusing anybody of being Mao. We don't even do that lip service to saying that these assholes murdered so many people. Literally wiped those people out. And even now a Sichuan girl cannot marry a Sichuan boy. She has to marry a Han. She's not allowed to marry whoever she wants. She cannot own a house. You know, they have selective housing. Some people are allowed to own private property, other people are not. She cannot change her city. She's stuck in Shanghai till the government allows her to go to Beijing. She has a great job in Beijing, but she can't move. She doesn't have free mobility. Welcome to visas inside your own country. Some people wanted that for Mumbai. Mumbai में बहुत लोग आ रहे हैं, चलो वीज़ा लगाते हैं. ये thought था बहुत मुंबई में लोगों को. ये उसका नतीजा ऐसा होने वाला है. So that kind of a country का app, when somebody tells me it's dangerous, I buy it. Because I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck these guys think, because he's not like me, obviously. He's insane. He kills his own people. I have never heard an Indian wanting to wipe out all the Telugus or all the Malayalis, even when they're saying that Telugus are shit or Malayalis are shit. All communities do that in India. Let's not pretend. Everybody says my community is the greatest and everybody else is shit. But nobody has ever said, let's wipe them all out. What an idea.
On his way, right?
Huh?
Our man is on his way.
Yeah.
Do what?
To wiping out one community.
Who,
at
man?
least.
No. You really think in India it happens? Does anyone ever wipe anybody out in India?
He's on his way. He's trying hard. Give him credit. Give
For
him
trying.
credit for trying. Yes. A for effort.
Full marks for trying them. But I don't think anybody has ever been successful in doing that. We're still here. I mean, for 800 years, that other community was wiping us out, but we are here, right? And we are the majority community now. So, nobody got anywhere. I remember that gag we had done of Aurangzeb? You were there in it. You were playing the past life regression person, therapist. Yeah. We had done a gag in which, and imagine, nobody actually came to shut us up. It was Mr. Modi's past life regression was being shown, and he discovers, to his horror, that he was Aurangzeb. So, and he didn't know what the hell to do after that. You know, after he finds that out, and she was the person who was regressing him. So, okay. So first thing he does after coming out of it is kill LK Advani with a flower. So, no guns, no violence, with a flower. So, I mean, the fact is that Aurangzeb was not able to wipe all the Hindus out. I don't think there is going to be a Hindu who will be able to wipe all the Muslims out. Not in this country. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. It's pluralistic and it will remain pluralistic. Nobody is going to fuck with that. Kitne aaye aur gaye yaar. Have you ever seen any time this country become a monolithic country? It's not. It's naturally not. And that's when he pays lip service to that, you have to believe that, because that the history shows that we are completely pluralistic. You can't do anything.
In fact, that's why I was mentioning that Mahakumbh in that sense is a great example
Yeah,
of
nobody
that.
is asking a religion there. You can go. You can go, Christians, Muslim, anybody can go and bloody take a dip. Nobody is saying no.
Muslims are not allowed.
No, they are allowed. Of course they are allowed. Everybody is allowed. Everybody. Everybody is going. You can go. Nobody is not allowed. Everybody is allowed. But I am waiting for the day when I am going to be allowed to do Hajj. I want to go. That is for Kumbh. Idea? संगम से फ्रेश लाए हैं ऐसा. Yeah, that will be the day, man. That will be the day. So, Deepseek, I think anybody else has any questions about Deepseek? Deepseek is very interesting actually. So, there was this company that was a hedge fund. So, these guys were trying to use AI to do hedge fund. So, that AI does the hedge fund. You know what a hedge fund does, right? Everybody has heard about George Soros, so everybody knows about hedge funds now. Like the most hated man in the world. So, they play both sides of the market, right? You buy it also, you sell it also at the same time, and you do a little bit of arbitrage and you make money every day. So you play both sides. So you are saying Bangladesh should be burnt to death and also saying Bangladesh should be made a most developed nation, both at the same time. You're playing both the game. So same thing. So the hedge fund people do that. So Chinese guys thought human beings doing this human beings are not that fast. Let's do AI based. So it will be really a lot of money. So they invested a lot of money and they got some results, not so great. By 2009 or 10 they had started. By 2015 they spent a lot of money. They made some, not enough. So they said whatever money we made, let's put it in something like ChatGPT we banayenge. So they took all those GPUs that they had bought from these same NVIDIA only, which is why it's so sad for Yeah, but it was his only ना. वो तो नहीं बोल रहा है कि तभी तो billions of dollars ही लगा था ना. Millions में नहीं मिला था वो, just because old वाला है. So they just gave away their all GPUs to a subdivision of their company, and they told कि बना भाई कुछ तो. उन्होंने गया ChatGPT का, वो बैठे रहे साल करते थे, कुछ बना नहीं. ChatGPT जब full fledged ready हो गया, उसके ऊपर उन्होंने अपना AI छोड़ दिया. उसको बोला इसको कॉपी करना ठीक से. What is the most efficient way of copying it? So it said, oh, it is of say 800 lines of code. I can do it in 200. Do it. That's it. That's Deepseek. It basically went and crunched the code of that thing. It runs faster because it's got less code, so it's going to run faster. And it's the same. It's going to run on the old GPUs. You don't need the new GPUs, which is why his market is crashing, because he doesn't make the old GPUs anymore. So you don't need that many of the new GPUs because you can run this shit on the old GPU. So that's it. That's the whole commercial game of it. And now somebody else is going to do a code and write it and tell it, hey, 200 का 50 करना, और वो होगा इंडियन, क्योंकि अब हमको समझ में आ गया क्या करना है. हम डीपसीक लेगा और हमको उसको बोलेगा, इंस्ट्रक्शन मारेगा. 50, 25, 30, हर नुक्कड़ पे एक AI वाला नहीं हुआ तो मैं कुछ भी हारता हूँ. कुछ भी हारता है. I mean, how many startups do we have? Every second person you meet, I have a startup. Government is promoting startups. Everybody has a startup. Startup का महाकुंभ करके एक चीज हो रहा है, आपको पता है? No, I'm not fucking joking. It's there. It's not a punchline. Startup ka Mahakumbh is happening. You know how many startups are participating from Jharkhand? I have a selected startup by Jharkhand government. So just imagine, in this room, somebody has a government selected startup.
Did you get any money from them?
No, I was just coming to that. You never get anything from the government. I'm just selected. I have a certificate. They have done their job. The fucking bureaucracy has done its job. They have created a startup. They have it registered. It has a GST number. They have not given us the money. You every time they say, आपको स्वावलंबी भी तो बनना है.
लोन फैसिलिटी मिलती है?
नहीं, कुछ नहीं मिला हमको. 108 स्टार्टअप सिलेक्टेड है झारखंड के, एक को भी ₹1 नहीं मिला. नहीं मिला. और अब उन्होंने नया स्टार्टअप पॉलिसी लाया और बोल रहे हैं अब जो आएंगे सिलेक्ट होंगे उनको देंगे. तो पहले के 108 जो सिलेक्ट किए हुए थे उनका क्या? वो स्टार्टअप महाकुंभ में जाएंगे और डुबकियां लगाएंगे. जो हो रहा है सब जगह से आ रहा है. There are 10,000 startups participating. 10,000 startups. It's the same astonishing number as 44 crores in Kumbh. The numbers don't make sense, man. But then this is India. Numbers never make sense. Nobody ever made sense of numbers. Pushpa, The Rule, 1,800 crores.
1,800 crores?
I don't know. I'm saying the numbers don't make sense. You're asking me, is it real? It's the same way, man. You don't know. You can't know. It's too vast a country. It takes too long.
Daku Maharaj, 105 crores.
Daku Maharaj? ये क्या है?
Urvashi
Daku Maharaj. See, this is why we will win. Chinese will say we have made Deepseek. We'll say we have made Daku Maharaj. हमने बनाया Daku Maharaj. तुम्हारे पास है?
The hero is that Balkrishna or something.
Urvashi has done
There are
a
three,
side
four
role
chicks in
and a dance number, and she is saying that she is the only one to produce those one.
It's Balkrishna, he's a huge old star, so he might 100 crores is.
So basically उनकी reel viral हुई थी. The reel was some media person has.
So we are back to real viral with you.
Some media person has asked her कि सैफ अली खान को अभी भी ये हुआ है.
Oh my God! Nobody suggested that as a topic. The stabbing, the great stabbing.
Then she replied कि you know what, मतलब she didn't even know कि क्या हुआ. She's saying you know what, Daku Maharaj has won 100 crore.
My father has given me a
my
watch,
mother has
yeah.
gifted these, and she was saying on and on and on.
Okay, so
the answer had no connection with the question.
oh, she was talking like Kamala Harris. Huh? She was talking like Kamala Harris. So, boss, that brings me to this. You got to talk about your new role here. I want to talk about that. What is this? He's playing a guy called. No, it's a very good commentary, I think, on the times that we live in. You're playing a guy called Girgit Raj.
Yeah.
He literally plays the king of chameleons.
Yeah.
So
Behrupia number one. No, it's. I mean, one aspect is it's very painful to get into those get-ups and costumes and all of that. Yeah. But
Every story different character because you can play anything, right?
I could be anything. So I think he's kind of a master of disguise in that sense. No, but I think it comes from a point that it's actually
not one-dimensional like Shashi Tharoor.
Is he really one-dimensional?
Very one-dimensional. He's only one dimension, right? You know that dimension. Every woman knows his dimension.
No, but I think it's probably one of the really interesting characters that I've played on TV at least, because generally when you see villains, it's just that, right? You're trying to villainize the antagonist in the sense that the othering, what we were talking about. You want to show that person as a monster, as an animal, and not as a human being.
And this is a show about Tenali Ram.
Yeah.
In Tenali Ram, he's playing this monstrous character who keeps changing.
Who, by the way, and this, I saw this y'all doing it in your show, and in this case, where they're giving a backstory to this character.
Wow.
Where they're giving him the reason to why he is where he is,
And it's a very apt character, right? Everything is like a hydra-headed thing nowadays, right? Everything changes into everything. Who becomes what, For 30 years ago, George Soros was like a good guy supporting open society and shit. Today, you know that there was no open society, man. This guy was running an operation on the whole world.
So he's this very scary guy with this one glass eye, white eye, and this flowing hair and...
Plus, he's like a shapeshifter.
Huh? Plus, he's a shapeshifter. So I remember when I started shooting for it, the first thought that came to me was, now Tenali Rama is it seems to be a popular show amongst children and youngsters and blah, blah, blah. And I said, how will children connect to a character like this, He's such a scary, monstrous looking man. And the creative person told me, you don't know, most children are connected to Avengers today and they like Thanos as a villain, right? And I was like, oh, that's...
Connect to heroes when they connect to the villains.
That's a
they
very
have
interesting
to
point.
Villains first.
That's a very interesting point.
Then only, the positivity gets created.
So what? Yes. So Rahul Gandhi needs to now, from an idiot, he has to become a Rakshas to get some traction. Is that what you're saying?
So the contrast is already there, no? For Rahul Gandhi.
Contrast with who?
You decide, no? Who is the hero and who is the villain in this?
I don't see a hero anywhere.
It's a subjective thing. So who is opposite is Rahul Gandhi is probably a
But
hero or a villain
that's an
depending
idiot. So you're saying the opposite of an idiot would be a different thing.
on- Open to interpretation, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just
The camera is off. मरवाओगे
हाँ?
क्या मतलब?
इच्छाधारी progressive.
Ichchadhari progressive.
Yeah.
What is that?
You become progressive when it comes to political thing. You deviate otherwise.
Who?
Anyone.
Oh, that way. Okay. Ichchadhari?
Progressive.
Ichchadhari progressive. This is a nice one.
New branding.
New branding.
Viral करते हैं इसको.
ये बहुत अच्छा है. Ichchadhari progressive.
No, but it was very interesting to why because the first week apparently the time spent of this particular character that I do was very low. People were wanting to watch Tenali and the humor that he brought. And interestingly, I am told that from the second week onwards, people was wanting to watch what this guy was up to more. You know, it's so in some ways it's kind of a commentary about how the human mind also works. You want to know what the
bad guy
is really up to, what he's doing. See? You're getting entertained in some ways by that.
The bad guys always had better equipment, no? They had acid car, pool.
Yeah.
You know those jails.
Yeah.
मतलब वो अमिताभ बच्चन वाली movies में jails. मतलब ऐसे कांटे निकल रहे हैं.
हाँ.
It's going and it's like बचाओ.
And also freedom to do what others you can't do otherwise.
Interesting.
And that's what everyone aspires to do.
Interesting. So
नहीं होता तो मैं ये करता.
I remember going on the set and
15 मिनट के लिए पुलिस हटा दो.
I remember going on the
ऐसे ही
set
पुलिस बहुत बड़ा कुछ करने वाली थी.
and the kids of the show, there are about 4 kids of the show.
पुलिस तो रणवीर अहलावदिया को अरेस्ट करने में बिजी है.
हाँ.
पुलिस is not going to do anything, man.
लेकिन फिर भी ओवैसी या उसका भाई अरेस्ट नहीं होता, वो जेल नहीं जाता, क्यों?
कौन?
15 मिनट के पुलिस हटा दो.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ वो लोग बिजी है ना रणवीर को अरेस्ट करने में. कैसे करेंगे कुछ? बाकी कुछ करने का टाइम ही नहीं उनके पास. भाई वो कितने देश के पुलिस जो है वो डॉन को ढूंढ रही थी? 11. उससे ज्यादा स्टेट्स की पुलिस इसको ढूंढ रही है.
Incidentally, coming back to the chameleon thing, interesting thing in the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts, it was asked that which is like all actors identify with an animal. They ask in theatre that which animal you have with you. So chameleon is one creature which identifies with actors a lot. You can infuse that with positive emotion, but you see the flexibility of changing things. It's an amazing character that you have got.
No, it is. No, but so that's the thing. As an actor, as an artist, I feel, and I think it's not talked about enough in the world of art. At least in India, I don't see it talked about. There's this constant need to animalize characters. When you animalize characters, you make them the other. You're not making them relatable. It's very difficult for me to relate to a mouse. If I show a character,
you didn't study any big famous chameleons? You did?
I did a lot of research on chameleons and the way they shift and color.
But you didn't study one of the greatest chameleons
and
in
who's
recent
that?
times? Mulayam Singh Yadav? You didn't base the man who changed colors every fucking election? No, Nitish Kumar तो he runs campaign saying इससे बेहतर तो नीतीश कुमार है. मतलब he's like last resort guy. He ran that campaign last election. नीतीश कुमार में क्या बुरा है? This was his fucking campaign. ठीक तो है नीतीश कुमार. ये campaign था भाई उनका. पर ह्यूमिलिटी देखो बंदे की.
अरविंद केजरीवाल का क्या है?
वो छोड़ो यार, तुम गिरगिट राज की बात करो. मुलायम सिंह यादव. The man said he started his life being a socialist. He said I am with Ram Manohar Lohia. He was a socialist. His party is called Samajwadi Party. And he was with the opposition. And he was like the Gore anti-American guy. And when the nuclear deal came, he voted with BJP. Why do you think he's got this award? Right? So he was changing colors every 2 days. He could do anything. Nobody could tell anything. He would have dinner with the CPM guys in the night and then next morning vote for BJP. He'll sit with the BJP guys, promise them all kinds of support, and next day he will go with Mayawati. He can do anything. Gilgit Raj is, I thought it was based on him.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
But so in my case, I'm always trying to find the human in the character. And I think for me as an audience, I always relate to characters where I find the human within them. And even if the actions that they are doing can be gore or they can
That's
be
because
crass.
it's fiction, Sumit. It's easy to find humans in fiction. In real life, very difficult to find humans.
Human characters every time are very boring. And
You think so?
of course,
Humans are also in animal kingdom, homo sapiens. We are animal kingdom.
What do you mean almost siblings? We are animals. What?
social animals, we have read about it. Human beings are
Because we have Instagram. Man is a social animal because taking pictures. No, I get your point. I mean, I was just making a
so see I mean you see the worst of characters on screen, but when you see a character like what Joaquin Phoenix did in Joker, now everything that he does can be appalling to somebody else, and yet you are able to sympathize at some level with that person. So I'm saying if you're able to create art in a way where you can judge the action and not the actor, I think it's a great way of presentation.
But don't you think a lot of people would animalize the character because they think human beings have more empathy for animals than other human beings?
I doubt it. Because see, the thing is, we want to see those we hate as cockroaches so that we can stamp.
Oh yeah, you're talking about the insects now.
That's
Dude,
what
cockroach is where we all agree. That needs to be done, right? You're not going to fucking, nobody goes, there's no save the cockroach campaign.
Capitalism is mostly a metaphor. Have you seen Machinist?
Yeah.
Christian Bale's?
Yes.
The transformation of
Yes,
Christian
yes,
Bale
yes.
is also feminine.
Correct. Correct.
What did he say?
Chinese Bale. Different from Christian Bale.
Oh yeah. Dude. How did it taste? I think Deepseek is sort of Chinese Bale only.
It's more of a Sikh.
Okay.
Paratha.
Oh, okay. Dude, China mein Sikh paratha, you don't know what you're eating. You don't know what you're eating. It's like crazy. So, anyone else has anything else to comment?
So what is the future of creative people with this AI thing coming?
What people?
As in the creative people, as in the writers or the...
Well, I think it's this is the beauty of it, that you've had Mozart exist from like 4-5 centuries, and you're still listening to Mozart, right? After thousands of rock bands have been formed and this has been done, and Mozart is not going out of fashion anywhere. He's still there. No, I'm saying that AI is going to very soon, whatever people see, there is no actual AI. It is a bunch of people writing code, and then that code is doing a lot of things autonomously. I think the fair word right now is autonomous behavior by computer code. The code is still written by some human being. That holy grail that they're talking about, that damn thing will function on its own and do things? No. Because, you know why? Because even human beings don't do that. How many of us are actually autonomous completely? Most people are creatures of what their parents have made them. Some people are creatures of the society that they live in. Some people are creatures of community, which you are talking about. Who has deconstructed himself so much and built himself up from the scratch that he can say, I'm fully autonomous? Your beliefs are given by someone else. Your birth is given by someone else. Your DNA is somebody else's. Who the fuck are you? Have you thought? Have you discussed? No, you've not even bothered. So you're not autonomous. But that AI is even less autonomous. It is in the hands of some people writing some code. So very soon, they're going to find out, these people trying to replace the poets and writers of this world, that it is not possible to do. It is not possible. There's a reason why Shakespeare is still Shakespeare, and Tagore is still Tagore, and Dylan is still Dylan, whatever. But you can't write like that. People have tried, right? Human beings, lots of big genius writers have tried that. It doesn't happen. When a human genius is at work, he's fucking untouchable. He's God. He's on God level. So AI is going to find out that it doesn't work. Nobody wants to listen to your shitty AI songs, right? Just like, yeah, who will they replace? They are going to replace shitty writers. They are going to replace shitty composers. I mean, every Bollywood composer could be replaced by the song that Divya made. It was all the same. I mean, you hear it. You have it? You don't have it. If you have it, you can play it. I'm telling you, you won't be able to tell if Pritham made it or Co made it, or I don't know who the fuck else is there, or whatever that guy is.
Sir, I'll check.
So you won't be able to tell. You won't be able to tell if this song is from Animal or not. It could have been in Animal. So you are going to get tired of it, and then the AI will move into the actual work, which is replacing construction workers, which is replacing shit work. Anybody who has seen Modern Times of Chaplin, you know what AI needs to replace: the monotonous, tedious, bullshit work, so that the human beings can move up to being poets. You want more human beings to explore their talent than doing manual labor. Janitors, you need to replace the fucking janitors. To make in 21st century a human being go and wipe the fucking floor, that is the best use of a human being you can think of. And you're trying to talk about AI. Really? You can't replace that with automation? Wiping the floor? Really? I mean, come on. Somebody built the washing machine like 100 years back, more than 100 years back, and freed. The reason women actually have women's liberation is because of the fucking washing machine. It's a fact. Nobody would have allowed them. You talk about patriarchy, people would have kept everybody at home washing clothes.
There's a renaissance of the organic.
Yeah, I mean, that's what actual mechanization does, right? It frees you. Your mobile frees you from many things. Your AI search can free you, right, to do better. And they will do better. I think human beings will do better. I don't think human beings are going away anywhere. We are only going to get better. And
so that definitely one is thinking will need to happen. I think human beings are going to be challenged to be better.
Yes.
That it's no longer no longer be okay to be what is the right word?
If you're going to be
mediocre.
Yeah. If you're going to be an actor of Akshay Kumar's level, you're going to be replaced by an AI actor. You are. You can't get away with that.
Correct.
You got to know how to act.
Correct.
So it's natural. You will be challenged by something which is mediocre. This thing is very mediocre. It's going to happen everywhere. PR people have a big problem. AI is going to write all that copy because it all anyway sounds the same. Press release after press release after press release.
Yeah, a lot of repetitive work will definitely. I think. I mean, not that.
The robots are coming. I would say that robots are more to talk about. The robots are coming.
I mean, it's a debate. It's debatable topic if any thought is really original as such. But I think there is a difference between reactive thought and like in the spur of the moment kind of a thought, that something appears to you, or just you feel like this is something you want to do, and or this is something that you feel in the moment needs to be said or done. As against, say, you've said something and it generated a thought in my mind. So I think at best I would say AI, if at all thought generation would happen in a reactive fashion. That means if this was to happen, this would be the thought that needs to be there. But that spur of the moment thought is a very human quality, which I don't think can be.
It can't be. It can't be.
Where it appears from is of course debatable.
At one time you say, everybody likes to say that, right, that we don't use the entire brain capacity of us at all. So if we are still not using 90% of our brain, that poor AI has no chance, right? You don't know when we'll start using it. You are trying to compete with 6% of my brain, first of all. That also you cannot match. You need billions of dollars spent before you open your mouth. So I keep saying, I mean, a human baby is free, right? The poorest people have a baby. And that baby is more intelligent than a $1 billion AI, billions of dollars ka AI, right? Can't do it. Can't do the things that baby can do. So what competition are we talking? It's going to be a long time, long haul, man.
It's a good option for a writer's room.
Oh, producers love AI because producers can replace writers.
No, even for
Writers are a problem.
Even for a writer, if you need options, it comes up with good options. As a writer room, I mean, for a writer's room, you get like, you don't have professional writers, right? You get small.
Ideally, you have human beings being able to do that who call themselves writers. Otherwise, I don't know. I mean, anybody can call themselves writers. you know, that's what we are supposed to do as writers. We are supposed to like come out with options. And if we are not able to come out with options, we should not be writers.
But it's already existing, no?
What?
If a Netflix show is written by one writer, there is a writer's room of 7 people already there. So
And
those 7 people can be replaced.
they still come up with La Vyapa. I mean, seriously.
See, again, it's a choice. You know, it has to be monitored. That is where AI has to be monitored. Somebody saw La Vyapa and said it is good. Let's make this. Amir Khan thought this is a great film to be made. That was his decision. Right? So AI is going to give you options. So where you will win or lose is depending on your selecting capability. What your taste is.
But the question is, why do you need an AI to do it? There are human beings ready to do it.
So, but that costs, no?
No, human beings are cheaper than AI. It takes literally billions of dollars to build one.
ये human being का एक good मतलब.
AI is free, no?
It's not free. It's expensive to build.
Somebody is paying it. Right now it's free.
वो क्वालिटी है इमेजिनेशन. इमेजिनेशन एकमात्र चीज है जो दूसरा जीव जो है वो नहीं कर सकता. उसको मेमोरी है, सब कुछ है, लेकिन उस पर इमेजिनेशन खड़ा नहीं करता.
Of course.
ह्यूमन बीइंग का और
That is where we are, that is what is the
क्रिएटिव आदमी होते हैं वो इमेजिनेशन वाले.
So there was this Israeli dude who
एआई जो है वो सलीम खान और जावेद अख्तर बहुत पैदा कर सकता है.
नहीं, सलीम खान जावेद अख्तर भी अच्छे ही थे. मैं तो कहूँगा कि मतलब
छोटे छोटे काट के लाके.
हाँ, वो तो करेगा ही, वो तो सबसे पहले होने वाला है. इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि that is the regurgitating. If you want to,
ये चीज है कि I think the future in the future anyone who will be able to use AI better will definitely hold an edge.
For
So
a
I'm
while.
saying even a writer who has the imagination and has the has great ability, if he were to, or she were to use AI in an effective manner, you will always gain an edge. It'll always give you. It's like a tool, right? It'll always be a tool. What people are worrying about is whether it's going to replace the human being and the human mind, and I don't believe it will. But it definitely will be a tool. It's like in today's time.
it's like saying
to manage without a mobile.
It's like
and having
writers. It's like writers who tried writing with just a pen, paper, or typewriter paper, and then you started writing with one of those final draft. Do you become a better writer by writing on final draft?
No, I'm not saying you'll become a better
final
writer.
draft gives you suggestions on character, on this and that. Does it help? See, I know that people are now teaching to human beings hero's journey for last 30 years now. And how many people have been able to write a hero's journey story actually? How many people can actually do it? It sounds great when a professor is teaching it. They'll teach it to the AI. You can't write Ramayana by learning about hero's journey. Is it hero's journey? Yes. Are all the great stories hero's journey? Yes. King Kong is also hero's journey. But can you write one? You have that same model standing in front of you, even thousands of people. That's what I'm saying. You get all the monkeys in the world and get them to type on a keyboard. You make them read all the Shakespeare. They won't be Shakespeare. This is not coming. This is not going to, the tools a writer has is imagination and his own discipline of putting that imagination into communication. That's it. You can teach the discipline, but you cannot teach the imagination or the choices, what to choose. You cannot teach that. And if a writer needs that, yeah, will it help some mediocre writers to write a little better? I guess it's possible.
See, when I'm saying when a writer uses it effectively, I'm not saying that it will make him a better writer. What I'm saying is, it's like me trying to manage my life today without a mobile phone.
Correct.
Right. So, can I do it? Of course I can do it. And can I do it well? Probably yes. But definitely it's a tool. If I use it, then it benefits me.
Yeah,
in
sure.
that
I mean,
sense.
if you are using it for research, it's absolutely magic. To do the research that took you days to do,
that is what I'm
you
saying.
could do it in 5 minutes.
That is what I'm saying.
Yes.
So I'm
But
saying
that's not the writing, the research.
No, that's not right. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it will make
Yeah,
you a
of
better
course, the
writer.
research.
It will make you more effective.
Yeah, research. I mean, if I wanted to write about windmills some 20 years ago without the internet, 30 years ago, without the internet, I would not even be able to see all the pictures of them. I'll have to go to a library. So it just become faster, right? I can write about things that I could not have.
It'll better the pace, it'll better the accuracy of the information that you're getting. So
I mean,
I'm saying that will happen in every field actually.
Yeah.
I think anyone who's able to use AI better
Yeah.
will have that little bit of an edge as long as you're playing in a level playing field. I'm saying if there are two mechanics who are equal in every other way, but one who's able to use an AI better will gain an edge. If there are two similarly, if there are two writers who are equally talented, so to say, but one decides that AI is my nemesis, and the other decides, hey, it's a tool that I need to use. I feel the other one will probably gain an edge because he's
probably
like, okay.
help Ranveer write better jokes.
Maybe.
Also will tell him how many FIRs will be filed if you do this joke.
Maybe he would have used AI, that's why he cracked the repeated joke.
Maybe he did. And then some politician used AI to file 100 FIRs fatafat.
And for him, Deepseek became deep shit.
I mean, I wish my producers would use AI to do all the prosthetics online only.
मत बोलो कुछ दिन में तुमको ही कैप्चर करके AI तुम्हारा ही काम करने लगेगा.
सर जो मैं अंदर से कर रहा हूँ वो कैसे करेगा?
अंदर की बात
जो
है.
मैं ह्यूमनाइज कर रहा हूँ उनके लिखे हुए जानवर को वो तो डिह्यूमनाइज कर रहे हैं.
I think that is what is happening with our entire life, right? God has made these animals who have to come and become civilized. वो हमको जो जानवर बना के भेजा है हम उसको इंसान बना रहे हैं, है ना? God has also done these bad writings, right? He has created
I think he's given
one-dimensional characters which we are trying to make multi-dimensional.
No, it's interesting what you mentioned earlier about multiple choices, right? And the human being getting confused. I think that's what God, in that sense, if at all there is one, is that He's given you a choice.
Too many
that you can be an animal and you can be a human.
Free will.
Yeah, in some ways.
Free will.
Yes. So you have to choose. Discretion is one part of being human. It's the greatest difference between an animal and a human being. An animal, in most cases, will not have the discretionary power. It will only react to hunger, to sex, to some sort of stimulation.
Humans have to worry about law.
No,
Discretion.
in the absence of
saying
in the absence of any laws, also the animal just obeys. In fact, animal obeys all laws. It has a built-in law set inside him. He cannot go against his nature at all. There is no way he can.
So
eat
when I'm
something
hungry,
that you cannot jabardasti make him eat
when an
something
animal
else.
is hungry, most animals will not be able to stop. They need to go for it. An animal can, a human being can go without food for several days by choice, not because there is a law to make me
kind
go.
of example you chose to give.
No, I'm saying it's an example of discretion.
Sorry, what?
I'm saying I'm not being discreet because of a law. I'm saying
No,
I have the
give
ability
me the
to
other
be
example.
discreet. I'm saying
Give
if
me
I have
another
to say
example.
something, I can choose to not say it. If there's an action that I feel instinctively or impulsively that I need to take, I have the choice and the ability to stop myself at that point and say I won't do it. And in many cases it need not be because the law is forbidding me from doing it. It could be my discipline. It could be my decision because of my experience that
the
that
reason
I
you
chose.
all are not cracking the joke that he cracked is not because of the law, because like you have discretion. You don't have opportunity. You have a camera, man. You can just say it.
Exactly. Yeah, see, if I was on Samay Raina's show and he told me, do something crazy kar de bro, hits aa jayega, I would have done it. I don't have the opportunity.
You don't have you have a camera. You can just do it.
Who is going to watch this? Samay Raina got 12 million viewers guaranteed.
But he started with no viewers, no, at one time.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
No viewers ko to main tabhi khada hota na uske baad. I'm talking about now. If he calls me now and says come on my show, bro, crazy kar de.
But why will he call you?
अरे वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ, opportunity नहीं है.
That's not opportunity. You have to make the
so-
choice.
so
You have to first make the choice to talk your shit. Then only you will get to that situation.
Career to take. हाँ, sorry.
Startup कमाओ.
और भी बहुत काम है मेरे को यार. I have 6 careers to look after anyways. So I have to be called.
Anyway, all I was trying to say was that's the difference between a human being, the human side of the human being and the animal side. That you react instinctively or you choose to respond.
And the brain is
to a
very
situation.
limited in an animal. They don't have our frontal part of our brain at all. It's only available to us.
It's that story of the scorpion who takes a ride on the.
Oh yes,
Mela.
Frog and the Scorpion.
Yeah.
I wrote an episode on that.
So he can't help it.
No, you can't. Nature.
In fact, that's what is said. Half of our brain is reptilian. In terms of its evolutionary status, it's reptilian. It's, so and therefore it's very reactive. It's you want to, उसने गलत किया, you want to bounce, and then you're like, no, I cannot do that. That's not the right thing to do, or whatever your reason.
Yeah, it's like सांप है तो सपेरा होगा. Even though सांप और सपेरा का कोई कनेक्शन नहीं है. उसको बीन सुनाई भी नहीं देता है. लेकिन हमारे दिमाग में क्या आता है फर्स्ट?
सांप है इसलिए शायद सपेरा होगा.
नाग है तो नागिन डांस है ना? वो immediately वो आ रहा है दिमाग में. It's like the reptilian brain in our brain is like instantly projecting that bean sound in our, है ना? नागिन डांस आएगा उसके immediately.
लेकिन वो एक बहुत ही डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट ह्यूमन माइंड का मैं शेयर करना चाहता हूँ कि जब आपके पास बहुत इंटेलिजेंस आ जाती है ना, जैसे you see all these great people like Buddha, he was poisoned and he knew he was getting poisoned, but he happily accepted it. What reason you will give for that?
I will say that I will not historically go into challenging that. Maybe I have never heard of this, but अच्छा कोई बात नहीं. लेकिन मैं I can believe that बुद्धा को अगर दिया तो उन्होंने पी लिया होता तो उनको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
उनको मालूम था, उनको उन्होंने लॉजिक क्या दी कि भाई ठीक है, ये तो हमको खाने में बुलाया है गरीब, वो कह रहे हैं कि सर आप हमारे यहाँ आइए क्योंकि हम गरीब हैं, हमारे यहाँ कोई आता नहीं है, आप आइए. तो बुद्धा के जितने डिसाइपल्स थे उसमें जो इंटेलिजेंट थे उन्होंने बोला यू शुड नॉट गो, बट ही सेड नो आई कांट रिफ्यूज बिकॉज ही हैज कॉल्ड मी विद ग्रेट फेथ. आई विल गो बिकॉज इवन इफ ही विल पॉइजन मी आई नो. वो जिसने सब्जी भी बताया उसने बनाई थी मशरूम की सब्जी, मशरूम, वाइल्ड मशरूम्स.
Wild
which were poisonous.
Where they like
scriptures are
what that?
creating.
No, I have read a different story. It was
No,
poison pork.
which one was that?
Are you smelling the next topic?
No. That one. What was it? No, not potato.
Exactly. See, me
That
and you
one,
both were
that
not
is
there,
the
so we don't know. बुद्धा ने क्या सोच के वो खाया या नहीं खाया. गया भी नहीं होगा.
मैं इंटेलिजेंट होने के बाद मतलब पॉइजन क्यों खाया?
हाँ, were there truffles? That's what I'm interested in knowing.
पोर्क था बाबा, पोर्क पॉइजन होगा तो मैं भी रिस्क लेने को रेडी हूँ.
पोर्क खाया हुआ है और उन्होंने वो खाया, देखो पॉइजन था. पॉइजन वाज द मेन कैरेक्टर.
राइट हाँ.
दैट वाज.
देखो भाई मेरे को तो ये बुद्धा वाला तो पता नहीं था, पर सॉक्रेटिस को हमने जबरदस्ती पिलाया था, उन्होंने भी पी लिया था. उन्होंने तो पी लिया था, उनको भी पिलाया था, उन्होंने पी लिया.
इवन जैसे वो स्कॉर्पियन का एग्जांपल दिया मैम ने, तो एक ऋषि थे, वो नहाते थे और एक स्कॉर्पियन चढ़ जाता था तो वो हर बार उतार के फेंकते थे, उसको काट लेता था. वो उनका शिष्य खड़ा हुआ था कि आप सर पागल हो गए कि ये बार बार आपको काट रहा है और आप इसको बार बार बचाने के लिए लेके आ रहे हैं. वो बोल रहे हैं ये अपना कर्म करे, मैं अपना कर्म कर रहा हूँ. स्वभाव उसका मेरा अपना स्वभाव. तो ये तो इस तरह का मुझे लॉजिक समझ में नहीं आता. व्हेन यू हैव so much of awareness, you know it all. Socrates says the only thing I know that I know nothing.
Correct.
That was his thing. But why? Why they prove that they don't know nothing eventually? I don't buy that a Buddha having poison after having enlightenment, Socrates dying knowing he was. So what is
Socrates, to be fair, didn't have a choice. They were going to kill him either way.
Even Jesus
Yeah.
was poisoned.
See, basically all saints die young.
Yeah.
That's true.
So every saint
They leave
So-
when they are done with their task.
has a past and every
No, see, every saint more or less if you see, dies by 60s or 70s, all of them.
60s?
60s,
No, 30s.
Yeah.
If you
That is Jesus.
to me. No. Vivekananda also died. Yeah.
Sorry?
Vivekananda also.
39 years.
Most
So Christ died.
most saints who have.
There's only one
So again,
religion
this is
in which
debatable
the
again,
saint
yes.
is 60 plus. There is no other religion. There's only one. 60 plus is only in
There was
one.
another great man. Was
So
there.
Paramahansa Yogananda died in his 60s. Joe
Huh?
Boxway died in his
Who?
60s. Paramahansa Yogananda died
52.
in his 60s.
No,
Huh.
And Joe Boxway died around in his 60s. Rajneesh died around in his 60s.
Oh, you're talking about the new Kalyug wale.
उसका पहले का तो evidence नहीं है ना, so I have not seen, so I can only talk about what exists. Like I don't know what Sai Baba's age was.
No, but Sai Baba looks old.
Yeah, but then काम भी तो इतना करता था, धूप में घूमता था. Might be looking old, he might be young.
But are they really dead?
Are they? His fire is still burning, so we don't know.
And what is death?
And what is death?
For the 27th.
For the 27th, what is death? Yeah, we can actually do that. Okay, last comments, anyone? I think we have come to the end of it today.
I would love to get some feedback actually, what you all thought of and if anything that you really liked and something that you would like added,
Subtracted,
multiplied,
divided.
कुछ भी.
After a point, you feel very comfortable talking. All those blocks are removed. Gradually it happens. It is
Yeah,
not
I don't
forced.
know what to call that wall. The 4th wall, 5th wall, 100th wall, which we are breaking here. You know, some wall is being broken.
Yeah.
Which is actually
I'll take it. Any wall being broken.
That's a good feedback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good experience for me.
I think that multilateral talk, I think that's the whole point. That if it doesn't get multilateral, then we don't know how to talk. Because what's happening is everyone's viewpoint is very locked now. And social media will have you believe. I don't think human beings are like that at all. Nobody has a clear one. I mean, yeah, I think everyone loves the fact that 12 lakh ke upar tax nahi hai. That I think everyone likes. But I think other than that, very few things we agree on. Right? Online. In real life, you start agreeing on many things. You find many things to agree on and many things that you can say freely and find an echo from the other side, and it normalizes being normal. Because otherwise,
Saying is easy, but to be heard is difficult these days, no? People don't listen to everybody. You will be stopped. Okay, no, this question is not worth recording or, answering.
Yeah.
People don't listen these days.
Women always have that problem.
No, it's not about the gender.
Such a sexist comment.
he is fueling the next.
Such a sexist comment.
Very progressive.
I hear you.
Divided at politics, united
Yeah.
at misogyny.
Wow.
Say that again. I want to really remember that. What was that?
Oh, wow.
Divided at politics, united at misogyny.
Whoa, nice.
अब ये
Divided
लिख
by
के बता दे.
politics, united by misogyny. Nice. That was a good one.
ये AI लिख के बता देना.
तुमने साला ये ऐसे नहीं लिखवाया ना?
मतलब ये तो नहीं कर पाएगा ना, मैं वो बोल रहा हूँ. It was such an ingenious impromptu thing.
Somebody asked Deepseek, no? How many people did Mao kill? And Deepseek refused to answer it.
No, Abhigyan, but I feel about Deepseek that they have created a Bhasmasur. After some time, they will realize it. What is
Ah, come on now. Generation gap.
No one understood what
We
a
just
Bhasmasur
carbon
is.
dated ourselves. We just said Bhasmasur.
This is a brilliant one. You have carbon dated yourself. Well, you know what happens when you get to Bhasmasur? You get a lot of carbon, man. Full of carbon. Shah, please enlighten.
Please enlighten.
टीटीपी का एग्जांपल दो तो भस्मासुर समझ जाएगा.
किसका?
टीटीपी.
TTP. What is TTP?
Total time pass.
ना ना. पाकिस्तान में है ना टीटीपी.
TTP.
Oh.
तालिबान.
Oh, yeah. No.
So that is the
Oh, so yeah. Bin Laden is like a Bhasmasur. When America created Bin Laden, he turned out to be their Bhasmasur. Bhasmasur, you don't know about. Who asked?
You created the monster.
She asked
that
about Bhasmasur.
Snakes in your own garden.
Not really.
You create the monster that kills you.
Bhasmasur is a monster that, basically burns you. It's like a Frankenstein's monster. It comes after you. Yeah. There's no reason
No,
for
there
me
must
to-
be. Obviously, there is a story.
I want to say something. So Bhasmasur was a character created goon, that he can keep his hand on anything and can destroy it. So he was tricked into keeping his hand on his own head, and he got destroyed.
So he took a selfie.
So
No, it was DIY. Destroying yourself.
destroy it yourself. DIY is not what you think. Yeah, that is that DIY. What I told her, the best example is that father makes diwar, son makes war.
Any other additions that you all feel? Anything that can be added, anything that can be removed, or? Huh?
तेरे को वो करना पड़ेगा, बीट बजानी पड़ेगी, फिर हम सब नागिन डांस करेंगे.
पीछे जगह खाली है, उसमें स्पेस यूटिलाइज हो जाता है.
वो हमारे मास मिशन के लिए.
उसके लिए हमारी ऑडियंस है ना.
ठीक है. Okay, yeah. Sorry, the song that was made in like minutes. Okay, play. Go ahead. It's your creation. I mean, it's AI's creation. 2 AIs have reproduced and morphed into this song.
Suno and what one?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT and Suno.
ChatGPT for the lyrics.
Yes.
Suno for the music.
Yeah.
And you.
And please tell the prompt. What are the prompt? Tell the prompt.
That is another AI, Aurat Intelligent.
छुपी हुई है कहीं एक प्यारी सी बात,
वो पोस्ट में डाले.
दिल की गहराइयों में है एक छुपी राहत, तेरे बिना जीने का सोचा था मैंने.
AI. Even the voice is AI.
दिल ने कहा तू मिलने का है फासला कम, तेरे साथ हूँ तो हर रात सुकून लगती है, मेरी जिंदगी का प्यार तू ही तो है, जहाँ भी जाऊँ तुझे ढूंढ रहता.
So I said it can replace Pritham. What do you mean? He is not nice? Pritham is not nice? अरे तू आगे कहाँ जा रहा है? पहले इसकी बात कर.
ये तो ठीक है.
ये ठीक है?
ये ठीक है.
किसको रिप्लेस करेगा ये?
उदित नारायण को तो नहीं करेगा ना.
अरे इसके बारे में तो चर्चा ही नहीं.
उदित नारायण को करेगा. उदित नारायण के सिंगिंग को करेगा. बट उदित नारायण के बाकी पर्सनालिटी को नहीं करेगा. वही तो मेन है ना. Oh, you talked about the concert. He's not talking about the concert, dude. He's talking about the extracurricular activities of Udit Naरायण.
Concert only. That happened in a concert only.
Does he? He doesn't need a concert, believe me. He can do it anywhere. He's capable. And did you see who came out in his support instantly? His old rival Abhijit. Any woman has ever met Abhijit knows why he came out in support.
United by misogyny.
I think this is a new political party that you can form. This will be a massive coalition. Every fucker who went to see Animal would be first to join.
Principal based on Mulayam Singh Yadav.
He'll join one day, he'll leave one day. He's never sure. Huh?
Mulayam is dead.
He's dead, but you know, as you say, great men never die.
prompt बताया नहीं क्या दोनों में क्या.
हाँ, prompt, Divya, enlighten us. What was your prompt?
अरे please.
बताओ.
अरे tell ना.
I don't remember actually. So basically it is
Prompt की क्षणभंगुरता.
So basically I have written a girl love a guy and she's waiting for something I don't know.
Okay, something.
I don't remember.
She just said romantic song, girl waiting for boy. इससे ज़्यादा नहीं था. It wasn't more complicated because she had no time. She just did it on the spot.
She's saying that the girl is waiting for food delivery. Zomato नहीं आया.
maybe the love is between a girl and a Zomato delivery.
Yeah, you never know.
Why not?
Yes, Dhanush has
You
a
fucking
movie
class,
Me too, me
class,
too.
class people who you think that that kind of love cannot happen?
I'll see you tomorrow on coffee.
I've seen plumber, babysitter, and
Hello.
delivery boy.
That sounds like
That is in, you've been watching too much of you know what. That's the kind of school Samay, Raina and Allahbadia went to.
I did not go to that school. Extra reference में coaching में पढ़ा है.
अच्छा मुझे लगा you were saying I founded it.
United by pornography would be another one. That would be a massive coalition, even bigger coalition than you. What?
Allahbadia went to Ambani.
Ambani school. That's why they went to Mahakumbh. वही पाप धो रहे थे.
This is the breaking story of tomorrow.
Somebody asked that वो क्यों गए थे? अब भी पता चला क्यों गए थे बेचारे.
Oh my God.
चलो anyway. Thank you guys. It was great to have you guys.
Good fun.
Thank you for coming. It was great fun.